joining newly here, you're welcome. When you come in, all you need to do, you follow, like, go through our page, get to see different visa packages we have open and ongoing. If you're interested in them, you send us a DM. All right. So we have different countries we process visas to, and the good thing about our processing is that it's kind of flexible because we process to Schengen countries and we process outside Schengen. We have Europe countries, we have outside Europe countries, we process visas to Italy, Ireland, Canada, UK, and the likes. All right, just check on our page. Mostly we always refer you to go check our page, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page. Same name, official game. All right. Or you can send us an email if you want to, or you can reach out to us, whichever means. Anyways, we're actually streaming live, I think, on the three platform that we have open and ongoing. Yeah, speaking of which, let me just quickly share the other platform before we go on. So we process work visas, we process family relocation, we process study visas, we process PRO dependent visas, we also process what's it called, we process work visas here, we process study visas, we process conference visas, we process PR. Can you guys get it from this area? All right. We process permanent relocation visas, we process family relocation, TRC, we also process that. So our processing is always very fast, flexible, and all of those. So we guide you through different categories. When it comes to our work visas, we split into two ways, which we have the skilled jobs and also we have the unskilled. The skilled jobs are those of you that are doctors, nurses, engineers, IT tech, chef. These are skilled workers. While the unskilled are those that do not have any of those qualifications. Talking about the construction workers, factory workers, caregivers, cleaners, securities, nannies, food service attendants, retail sales persons, forklifters, truck drivers, agricultural workers. These are all unskilled jobs. They are called open job because you don't need to provide any certificate, so they are kind of cool. So we make it easy. Then we also have a study visa, which we split into four categories. We have the BSc program, we have the master's program, we have the vocational study, and also we have the language course. So it depends on which of them that suits you. If you're going in for the BSc program, that's the 3 years, and if you're going in for the master's, at least that's 1 year program, and the vocational study is just 6 months program. If you're going in for language course, it's also 6 months to 1 year. So it depends on what you want. Then we have the family relocation visa, which a lot of you are aware of that. We have at least two categories of family relocation visas. We have the PRO, we have the TRC. When it comes to family relocation, the PRO is the 5 years and the TRC at least is the 2 years relocation visa. So it depends on which of them you're going for. So our processing is always very fast, it's flexible, and it's kind of cool. So any of which you are going for, you can go through it. Hi, hello, those are coming in from here. You guys are welcome. When you come in, all you need to do, you follow, like, go through our page, get to see different visa packages we have open and ongoing. Either you follow here, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page or YouTube channel, any of which will send our requirements and also our cost. All right, so process different countries. Hi Clara, how are you? Clara, how are you? Hi, hello everybody. Those are coming in from this side, you guys are welcome. All right, so let me just do some adding up. So we process work visas here, we process family relocation, we process conference visas, we process study visas, we process TRC. Those of you that are coming in using TRC, we also have that open and it's ongoing as well. So hello, how are you? You guys are welcome also when you're coming in from this area. Hi, you're welcome. How are you? You're welcome. So we have the work visas, study visas, family relocation, conference visas, and all of those. So process to different countries, depending on which of the country you're going for anyways. We process smaller countries, we process bigger countries. If you're going in for the smaller countries, we have Italy, we have Spain, Malta, Lithuania, Estonia. These are smaller countries, guys. You can see it from this area, all right? Then if you're also going in for the bigger countries, we have different countries for the bigger ones. We have Australia, we have UK, Canada, New Zealand. We also process to, what's it called, Finland, Ireland. We also have for Switzerland, Sweden, Denmark, Norway. These are all, the categories we have different platform depending on which of them you're actually going for. So it's kind of easy, it's flexible, and all of that. All right. So we're going to guide you through different packages we have. You can see on our screen, we have a winter work visa open and ongoing for Canada. If you're going in for Canada, we have it running. Families allowed to travel with you on this. You can navigate your ways and you can extend your visa stay. So you have nothing to be concerned on this one if you're going in. We have it open and it's running and ongoing. You can travel with your family. You can extend your visa stay. You can navigate your ways. So if you're going in for this, we have it. Okay, so let's quickly go through. Then we also have a winter work visa open and ongoing for those of you that are interested in a smaller country. You don't want to do much, you can always go in for Estonia. They're very good, they pay you well, they are stable, they're accommodating, and they're not racist. Family is also allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your ways and you have a lot you can benefit because Estonia is quite closer to Finland, so that's the reason why a lot of always migrate to Estonia every season. So if you're going for that package, we have it open and it's running as well. Then we also have winter work visa open and ongoing for Belgium. Those of you that are interested in going in for Belgium, we have it available as well. Hi, hello, how are you? Those are coming in from this area, you're welcome. When you come in, just check our description. Different categories we have open and ongoing. If you're interested in them, send us a DM. We'll send our requirements, okay? So we have here for Belgium. Those of you that are interested in going into a bigger country, you can always go in for Belgium. They are very good, they pay you well, they are stable, they are not racist, and they're accommodating. So you have a lot of reason why you should be migrating using that. We have it open as well. Then we also have a winter work visa available for UK. Those of you that are interested in going in for UK is very cool as well. They are stable, they are accommodating, and all of that. Families allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your ways. You can extend your visa stay. So we have it available also if you're interested in going in for UK or you want to use in the what's it called, the COS visa, which we have open and is running. Then we also have a winter work visa available for Germany. Those of you that are interested in going in for Germany, you want a bigger country, you don't want a smaller country. They are very good, they pay you well, and also they're accommodating, just that they are not English speaking countries. So those of you that are interested in this, we have it ongoing and is running. Okay, so let's move on. Then we also have a winter work visa available for Portugal. If you're interested in a bigger country, you don't want a smaller country, you can always go in for Portugal. They are very cool, they're accommodating, they're stable, and they're not racist. They also pay very well. Family is allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your ways, you can extend your stay. So if you're looking at a permanent place you want to go in for, you can always go in for this. All right, so we have it open and ongoing. Sorry guys, I'm running like streaming on different platforms, so that's it. Maybe you might not really see my focus here and all of that, so you can see I'm streaming on so many platforms anyways. So let's move on. Then we also have a winter work visa available for Lithuania. If you're interested in a smaller country, you don't want to do much, you can always go in for Lithuania. They're very cool, they're stable, they're accommodating, and they pay very well. You know, you have a lot, you can always benefit from them. Family is also allowed to travel with you, and they're quite closer to what's it called, Poland, and they're also closer to Sweden. So that's the reason why a lot of always migrate to Lithuania every season. So if you're interested in that, we have it running and it's ongoing, also available. You have nothing to worry about if you're going in for that package. All right, so let's move on. Sorry guys, I'm actually streaming on different platform, that's why you see me, I'm just here and there. Okay, I'm just making sure I'm cool. Please, those are coming newly, you guys are welcome. When you come, you just check our page, go through our page and see our description there is very clear and it's open. If you're interested in of them, you send us a DM, we'll send their requirements and also we'll send their cost. All right, so we're streaming on. So let's move on. Then we also have here we have a winter work visa available for Australia. Those of you that are interested in going for Australia, we have it open and it's ongoing. Families are allowed to travel with you on this. You can extend your stay, you can navigate your ways. So if you're looking at a very good intentional country you want to travel to, you can always go in for Australia. They're very good. And remember, they are not Schengen country, okay? They're outside Schengen box, but they are cool, they pay well. I don't know why I'm being choked. So you can always go in for that, and they're very accommodating. Families allowed to travel with you. So on this, you can navigate your way, so you have nothing to be concerned about if you're going in for Australia. Then we also have a winter work visa available for Netherlands. Those of you that are interested in a bigger country, you don't want to do much, You can always go in for Netherlands. They are stable, guys. This is actually a very good one. Also, they are stable, they are accommodating, and they are welcoming. All right. So if you're looking at a very good intentional country, you can go in for Netherlands. Families are allowed to travel with you on this, and they are kind of, flexible. But remember, their visa can be very complicated, kind of. Then we also have a winter work visa available for New Zealand. Those of you that are interested in a very good intentional country that is not part of Schengen, you can always go in for New Zealand. They are stable, they are accommodating, they pay well, and they are not racist. Families also allowed to travel with you on this. You can navigate your ways and you have nothing to be concerned about. I remember New Zealand, they operate similar just like Australia. So that's the reason why a lot of always migrate to New Zealand every season. If you're interested in that, we have it open and ongoing. Then we also have our winter work visa open and available for Malta. Those of you that are interested in an English speaking country, you don't want to do much, you just want a very good intentional country you can travel to, you can always go in for Malta. They're very good, they pay well, and remember, they are smaller countries. Just the way we always tell you guys, smaller country pay lesser while more. So if you're going in for this, we have it open and it's available. Okay, so let's move on, guys. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Portugal. If you're interested in going into a very intentional country, let me just quickly do something up. Then you can go in for Portugal. Portugal is very cool. They are stable, they are welcoming, and they're not racist. We have it open. Remember, we have different countries. We have the work visa, we have the family relocation, we have the conference visas, we have TRC. Those of you that are interested in coming using TRC, we have it. And also we have the COS visa for UK. So if you're interested in going into UK, we have it open and ongoing as well. Families allowed to travel with you. Talk about Portugal right now on the screen. If you're interested in it, we have it good and ongoing, and they're very accommodating, they're stable, they're not, and also they pay very well. So if you're looking at that, we have it. Then we also have a seasonal available for New Zealand. Those of you that are interested in a non-Schengen country, you can always go in for New Zealand. They operate similar just like Australia. They're accommodating and they're not racist. All right, they also pay very well, but remember, they operate like e-visas. We have the successful story of the New Zealand on our page. You just check it there, you're going to see it. It's very clearly posted there. Those of you that do not know what visas looks like. All right, then we also have seasonal work visa available for Denmark. If you're interested in going in for Denmark, you want a higher pay job, you don't want smaller country, you can always go in for Denmark. They pay very well, they are stable, and they're accommodating. Explain more on the Portugal. Okay, Portugal is kind of a very good country, but more or less like a business visa. I don't know how to explain that. All right, let me just navigate. Now, when you're migrating to Portugal, you're an entrepreneur. You can continue your business there, but just know that they are not English-speaking country. Okay, and actually, their English, should I say, their language is Portuguese. But the good thing about it is that you're allowed to do more than 2-3 jobs, and also you're allowed to start in your business. So they're very good, they're accommodating, and they're not racist. All right. So if you're going in for that, that's cool. The person that is asking me to explain about the Portugal. Those that are coming newly, you guys are welcome. When you come in here, tap on your screen. You are welcome. Follow, like, go through our page. You can follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you can follow us on our verified Facebook page or YouTube channel, or verified. If you're interested in the visa package, you send us a DM. Right now, we are streaming, I think, on mostly 3 platforms right away. So let's ride on. So we also have a seasonal work visa available for Malta. We process to different countries, all right? If you are just coming in on our page, mostly we refer you go check our page, follow, like, check, and see different countries. We process to small countries, we process to bigger countries. For the smaller countries, we process to Malta, we process to Italy, France, Lithuania, Estonia. These are smaller countries. Latvia, we also have it for small countries. Those of you that are interested in smaller countries. But if you want a bigger country, we process to Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, Portugal, Poland, Germany. Those of you coming from this area, you can see the site, right? That is if you're going in for a bigger country. You can go in for all those I mentioned: Switzerland, Sweden, Denmark, Norway. These are bigger countries that pay you more, so you can always go in for that. But remember, the smaller country paid less, but just that their standard of living can be very cheap, which is a good thing. And the bigger country pay you more, but their standard of living can be more expensive. So you just know which of them that matches your energy, or which of them you're actually going in for. Okay. So we have here for Malta. If you're interested in a smaller English-speaking country, you don't want to do much, just going for Malta. They're very good. They pay well. They are stable. They're not racist, and they're accommodating. But kindly know that they're English-speaking country and they're smaller countries. So those of you that are consigned, you can always check our page anyways. Like what we here, like, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page or YouTube channel. If you're interested in a visa package, send us a DM. So these are seasonal work visa available for Estonia. If you're interested in a smaller country as well, you can always go in for Estonia. They're very cool. And remember, they are welcoming. They are very closer to Finland. So that's the reason why lots of people migrate to Estonia every season. So if you're looking at such intentional country, you can go in for that. I'm doing some adding up. That's why you see me tapping on the screen. Those are joining. You can do same. So Estonia is a very good country anyways. They are quite accommodating. But kindly know that most of the smaller country pay less salary. All right. But they are cool. They're also very affordable, and also they are not that expensive in general, especially if you're migrating your family, you're looking at whether you want to settle down once, but you want a small country, you don't want to do much, then you can always go in for Estonia. They're kind of cool. All right. And also beside, I told you guys they're closer to Finland, and also they're closer to St. Petersburg. So that's the reason why lots of people migrate to Estonia every season. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Germany. Those of you that are interested in a bigger country, you guys can see it from the side also. Yeah, if you're going in for a bigger country, the Germany is very good. They're intentional, they pay well, they are stable, and they're not racist. And also remember, they are not English speaking country. They are meant to be what's it called, German speakers, but they are very accommodating. All right. So if you're looking at such good country, you can always go in for Germany. So you have nothing to worry about. Yes, we have Luxembourg. Just check on our page. You're going to see that we have Luxembourg open and ongoing, and also it's a quite expensive country. So if you don't have enough phone, you should not message me on Luxembourg. Okay. They also have a seasonal work visa available for Spain. If you're interested in a smaller country, we have Spain ongoing. They are small, good, intentional country, and they're quite accommodating. But remember, they are not English-speaking country. They are Spanish. Okay, if you're interested in that, we have it open and it's ongoing as well. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Poland. Those of you that are interested in going into a very intentional country that has so many factory jobs, you can always go in for Poland. They are stable, they are accommodating, they are not racist, and they're welcoming. And also they pay very well. So if you're looking at a very comfortable place you want to go starting your job and all of those, you can always go in for Poland and thank me later. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Belgium. Those of you that are interested in going into a very intentional country that operates similar, just like Germany, you can always go in for Belgium. We have France, of course. I'm going to list out the countries open we have ongoing right now. If you are going in this January, we have, for smaller countries, I'll start from there. We have France, we have Italy, we have Malta, we have Lithuania, we have Estonia. That is for the smaller countries if you're going in for that. Then for bigger country, we have Luxembourg, we have Canada, we have UK, Australia, New Zealand, and also we have Switzerland, Sweden, Denmark, Norway for the bigger countries if you're going in for that. All right. Those that are coming in here, and I'll repeat myself, so you stop sending me hidden messages. When you come here, you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page. Is that clear? If you're interested in other visa package, you send us a DM. DM is message. We'll send our requirement and our cost. As well, you can decide to follow us on a verified Facebook page, all same name, or verified Instagram. Just check it on our profile. You're going to see that it's very clear. So if you're interested in other visa package, you send us a DM. We'll send our requirements and also our cost. So that's how we work. If you want to know about our requirement, you type it here. Please, what's the requirement? And I'm going to explain. If you want to know about our cost, you also type it here and I'll explain different categories of services we have. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Netherlands. Those of you that are interested in a bigger country, you don't want small countries, you can go in for Netherlands. They are very good. They're intentional, they're accommodating, they pay well, and they're welcoming. So that's the reason why lots of people migrate to Netherlands every season. So if you're interested in that, you can go for that. UK work visa. Yes, we have a UK work visa. We even have a COS visa ongoing for UK. Let me just show you and explain what it looks like. So if you're interested in coming in, we have that open and ongoing. Let me just quickly show you this COS visa. Those of you that is asking about the UK. So this is a COS visa for UK. If you're interested in coming in using, you guys can see it from this area, right? Yeah, we have the 5 years work visa. They call it COS creativity work visa. For those of you that are using on skill, I mean, you don't have a certificate, you just want to travel and work. You can always use this for UK. We have the 2 years, we have the 1 year, we have the 5 years. So it depending on your funds, on which one you can afford. All right. So that's it. So this is actually open for, let me just read it the way it sent to us via email. This is a creative UK visa that is open photographer, videographer, hairstylist, influencers, and other crafty creative work. I mean, it's kind of on skill. Those of you that are very good in on skill jobs, you can always go in for this. They're intentional, all right? So we're talking about Netherlands. If you're interested in going into a very good intentional country that pays well, can you guys get the view from this area? All right. You can always go in for Netherlands. They're very cool. They are stable and they're accommodating. But kindly know that they're quite expensive country. Like I always mention, those bigger country can be very expensive, while the smaller country can be less expensive. Okay, but they're intentional. So if you're interested in that, we can always go for that. What are the process? Those are coming newly. I'll repeat myself. When you come in here, all you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page, all same name, or YouTube channel. If you're interested in the visa package, you send us a DM. DM means message. We'll send our requirements and our cost, or better still, you send us an email. If you want to use email official, that's fine. In of which you can reach us through those two, either by DM when you follow, or by email. Is that clear? Thank you. So let's ride on. So we have this open seasonal work visa available for Lithuania. If you're interested in a smaller country, you don't want to do much, you can always go in for Lithuania. They're very good and they're quite accommodating. Also, Lithuania is one of the smaller countries that is closer to Sweden, and also they're very closer to Poland. So that's the reason why you have a lot of boys migrate to Lithuania every season. So if you're okay with that, we have it open and ongoing. They're welcoming, they're stable, they're not racist, and they're accommodating. Also, they pay very well. So if you're interested in that, we have it running. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for UK. Those of you that are interested in going in for UK, you want a higher pay job, you can always go in for that. We told you guys we have the COS visa ongoing or running right away for the UK. So you can always go in. Also, we have the care jobs. Those of you that are interested in going in for UK have a lot of care jobs anyways. But kindly know that they can be expensive because they pay a lot of tax. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for France. If you're interested in a smaller country, small one, you don't want to do much, you can always go in for France. They are stable, accommodating, and they are not racist. Also know that they are not English speaking country, they are known to be French. Our location is always posted on all our updates. Just go through our page, follow, check our page, you see there is very clear posted there. So anyway, we're talking about France. Those of you that are interested in going into a very small country, you can always go in for this. They are stable, they are accommodating, and they are not racist. Also, they pay well, but not so very well. Like I mentioned, the smaller country do not pay you extra very well compared to the bigger country, because the bigger country pays more, just that the bigger country standard of living can be more expensive. Do you understand? So let's move on. Then we also have a seasonal work visa open and ongoing for Australia. I've mentioned Royal Invest. Those are coming here newly, you're welcome. When you come in, all you need to do, you follow here, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page or YouTube channel. If you're interested in the visa package, send us a DM, all same name. Either you send a DM or you send us an email. Email is actually posted also there, very clear enough. So if you're interested in the package, you send us a DM. So we're talking about Australia. If you're interested in a bigger country, you don't want small country, you can always go in for Australia. They're very good, they're accommodating, they're stable, they're not racist, and they're welcoming. Also, they're English speaking countries, so that's the reason why you have a lot of boys migrate to Australia every season. So if that's what you want, we have it open. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Luxembourg. Those of you that are interested in a bigger country, you want to do more, you are extremely going at bigger country. Remember I told you guys big country can be more expensive. They can always go in for Luxembourg, but they're very cool, they are stable, they pay well, they're accommodating, they're not racist, and all of those. Family is also allowed to travel with you. So if you're interested in that, we have it open and it's running. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Finland. Those of you that are interested in a very good big country, you can always go in for Finn. Finn is very good. They are stable, they are accommodating, and also they are welcoming. So if you are looking at a country that is quite accommodating and pay lesser tuition fee, those of you that are interested in studying mostly, or you would want to migrate using work visa or conference visa, you want to study in the future, then you can always go in for this because they're kind of cheap. Yeah, they're not that expensive anyways. So let's move on. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Canada. If you're interested in going into a bigger country, you don't want small country, you're not used to smaller countries, you can always go in for Canada. They can be very expensive, of course you guys know about that, but they pay you very well and they're English speaking country, so they're accommodating. That's the reason why a lot of people migrate to Canada every season. So if that's what you want, we have it open and ongoing. And also know that they're generally known to be quite extremely expensive country because they pay a lot of federal tax, they pay public tax, they pay province tax. So those of you that are not aware with that, just have that noted. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Ireland. If you're interested do much, you just want a very good intentional English speaking country, not mine but just there, then you can always go in for Ireland. Ireland is very good, perfect way to settle down with your family and all of those. Generally known to be an English speaking, and also they pay extremely very well and they can be expensive as well. So if you're interested in that, we have it. Also, they are known to be Dublin, those of you that are not aware. Then we have a seasonal work visa available for Sweden. Those of you that are interested in going into a very tush one, Sweden is very good. They are stable, they are accommodating, they are known to be posh country. But kindly note they are not English speaking country. Also, they pay well. Alright. So you have a lot of reason why you should migrate to Sweden every season. Then we also have here also, let me just slide through quickly. Then we also have a business visa available for Canada. Those of you that are interested in going and using the business route. Remember, business visa is basically for those that are entrepreneurs. If you're not an entrepreneur, you should not be migrating using the business visa, because they come to a point where they will ask you to provide your tax certificate, or if you're into business registered, provide the business certificate. Do you understand? So if you don't have all of those, you cannot fly with this. So let's move on. Then we also have a business visa open and ongoing for Ireland. If you're interested in an English speaking country using the business visa, Ireland is one of your options. They are very good and you have a lot of benefit because you can extend your business visa to permanent resident. So that's the reason why most people always dive in using that. Then we also have a business visa available for France. Those of you that are interested in a smaller country, you don't want big country, you just want something very mild and you don't want to do much or more than your fingers. You can always go in for France, but note that they are not English speaking country, but they are accommodating and they are very fast in issuing documents. Yeah, those of you that always migrate to countries and you would want to get in their documents, then you can always go in for that. They are cool. I'm streaming on 2 live stream. In case you see my eyes signal diverting to the rest, just know that I'm streaming on like 2 or 3 live stream right now. Then we also have a business visa available for Netherlands. Those of you that are interested in going in for Netherlands, you can always go in for this. They are cool, they are stable, they are welcoming, and they are not racist. All right, Netherlands is a very intentional country. Most people always migrate there because it's kind of known to be family-oriented country at a Christian home. So you have a lot of reason why you should be going in for this. So you have nothing to be concerned about. Then we also have a business visa available for Belgium. Those of you that are interested in going in for Belgium, you want to do more, you want a very good country, then you can always go in for Belgium. Belgium is very cool. They are stable and they pay very well. So that's the reason why a lot of people always migrate to Belgium every season. So if you're interested in that, we have it open and ongoing. And remember, they are not English speaking country. They're not, should I say, they're meant to be German speakers, all right? But they pay well and they allow you to do multiple jobs, means they allow you to multitask. Those of you that are not aware of that. So let's write on quickly. Then we also have a business visa available for Germany. If you're interested in going into a very, those of you that on my screen, you can just tap. Let me just do a little bit of tapping. You can always go in for Germany. Germany is very good. They are stable, they are welcoming, they are not racist, and they pay very well. That's the reason why a lot of people always migrate to Germany every season. They are accommodating. So if you're looking at such good country you want to go for, you can always go in for Germany. But kindly know that they are not English speaking country. They're actually German speakers. And also beside, they allow you to do more than 2-3 jobs. So they are same country operating just like Belgium. But the only challenge about them is that they can be kind of tough. I mean, they can be kind of expensive, especially if you're the one surviving there. I mean, if you're traveling alone. Then we also have a business. If you're interested in business, you would want to continue your business internationally, you can always go in for Portugal. It's actually best choice. They are very good. They actually have a lot of multiple taxing job anyways, and families are allowed to travel with you, so you have nothing to be concerned about. But note that they are not English speaking country. A lot of you always ask me, what about English speaking country? English speaking country are just few countries that speaks English. We have told you if you want an English speaking country, just going for Canada, going for UK, Australia, New Zealand, or better still going for small country like Malta, Netherlands. These are English speaking countries, but the rest of them, they are not English speaking. We keep telling you that, so you know whatever choices you are making. But outside that, either the country is an English speaking or not, they are still cool. So let's move on. Then we also have a business visa available for UK. Those of you interested in the United Kingdom, kindly know that they can be very expensive country as known. But they pay you very well, they are stable, they are not racist, and they are welcoming. And also they are generally known to be an English speaking country, those of you that are consigned. So if you're interested in such good one, you can always go in for UK, but note that UK can be very expensive. I don't know if you guys are guided or told. A lot of you just want to migrate, but you don't want to know how expensive some countries can be. Generally, UK can be known to be extra expensive. These guys pay a lot of tax, or let's just say they depend on tax. So always know that, because most of you just want to fly. but you're not really asking questions. How is the country? How is the system? Are they good? Is that flexible? Can I be able to make it within 6 months? Can I be able to settle down? All those questions are, should I say, matters. Most of the time, that's why I will refer you to go to Google before you pick a country of selection. Just type in Google, type in the particular country that is in your mind, and then read a little bit about it. It's not like you're going to read the whole theory. Just glance through what and what is involved in the country before you fly or before you make choices. And also know that we don't help you to select country choices. Yes, we only tell you the advantage and the disadvantage of each of the countries, so you make your choice. We only work on your choice. Do you understand? Yeah. Then we also have a business visa available for Malta. If you're interested in an English speaking country only, you don't want to do much, you just want a very good intention. Malta, they're very good. They are stable, they're accommodating, they pay well, and also they are quite affordable in general. You know, those of you that are actually looking at kind of cheap environment, you would want to travel, maybe your family or you're traveling alone, then you can always go in for that. Then we also have a business visa available for Spain. Those of you that are interested in these small environments, you don't want to do much, you can always go in for Spain. They are cool, they are stable, they are welcoming, they are not racist, and all of those. Families allowed to travel to, you can navigate your way. So if you're looking at such good intentional country, maybe you're traveling for the first time, or you're just starting your, should I say, your career, or you're starting your future, or you would want to start your future, you're just going for Spain. They are kind of small, affordable, cheap country anyone can always start from or survive. Then we also have a business visa available for Poland. These are for those that are a little bit hard experience or they are used to familiar, expensive country. You can go for Poland. Poland is very good. You have a lot of factory jobs in Poland. Not that they don't have other choices. You have other choices, but mostly factory job is kind of open and ongoing for Poland. All right. So when you're migrating to Poland, I don't know if you guys had a little bit of lecture before you fly in. When you're migrating to Poland, just know that you're only basically going to do a lot of factory jobs, but they are good. All right, so intentional country, and also know that they are not English speaking country, they are polished language, so those things matters a lot. You get to understand which country understand my language. Is it okay for me to fly? Then we also have a work and study visa available for France. If you're interested in an English speaking country, you don't want to do much, you just want a very small, good coded country you could just migrate to, settle down once, and find it easy to fly your wings, then you can always go in for France. But note that they are not English speaking country, they are going to be French speakers, but they are accommodating, they are stable, they are welcoming, they are not racist, and all of those. So that's the reason why lots of tourists migrate to France every season, those of you that are consigned. Then we also have our work and study visa available for Australia. You want a bigger country, you want to do more, you're not used to smaller countries, you want a higher paid job, you can always go in for Australia. Australia is very good. They are stable, they pay well, they are welcoming, they are not racist, all of those. And remember that government standard is one of the top notch, but kindly know that they can be very expensive in nature. That those things matters. That's why mostly we tell you, if you don't have enough fund, go for small countries. If you have enough fund, going for bigger countries. Most of you just want to travel, but you don't have to ask, you don't get to understand details. Some country can be extra expensive that you cannot survive. It will take a long while before you settle. While some country can be so easy, you know what I mean? Like standard of living is kind of very cheap, so surviving is always sure. Then we also have a work and study visa available for Italy. If you're interested in a small intentional country, you don't want to do much, you just want a very small good country, just going for Italy. Italy is very cool, they are stable, accommodating, welcoming, and all of that, and they are cheap. Generally known to be a cheap environment for anyone to settle down. First time traveler, regular traveler, or you're just starting your career, or you want to start your career, you can always move into Italy. It's generally known to be cheap. A lot of people always benefit from it, trust me. So let's ride on. Then we also have a work and study visa available for Luxembourg. If you want a bigger country, you don't want to do much, you just want a very good intentional country to go in for, just going for Luxembourg. Luxembourg is very good, they pay well, they are stable, accommodating, and all of that. And note that they can be very expensive. You know, we keep telling you the advantage of each of the country and the disadvantage, so you get to make your should I say your selection wisely. If you're going in for Belgium, Belgium can be generally known to be an expensive country, but they are good. I mean, they pay you well, you have a lot to benefit from them. Their government is actually known to be one of the top notch, because they got to offer you free, should I say, what's it called, transportation across the country or across the city in Luxembourg. And also you have a free Wi-Fi rented across Luxembourg. So that's the reason why most people always want to take in Luxembourg. All right, so let's move on, guys. Please, those that are coming in, you guys are welcome. When you come in, all you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page. or YouTube channel. If you're interested in any of the visa package, you send us a DM, all same name. Do you understand? Either you follow here, like, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page, or verified what's it called, YouTube, same name. If you're interested, you send us a DM or you send us an email, whichever which work for you. Also, our email is same name at gmail.com. Just check on our page, go through them. So let's ride on, guys. We have your work and study available for Ireland if you're interested in going into a very expensive country. Yeah, but they pay very well and it's fast to settle down. Do you understand? Remember, I told you guys each country has advantage and disadvantage, but you just check which of the advantage crackers your own energy. That's what matters. For small countries, they pay less, but their standard of living can be very what, affordable. Now you see, they have their advantage and disadvantage. While the bigger country, on the other hand, pay higher, but their standard of living can be more expensive. So you see, both of them matches different energies. So you decide. So I have a question, guys. France work visa, please, what's the cost? Oh, we have like 3 different categories. We have the premium package, we have the standard package, we have the regular package. The premium and standard package will provide you flights, accommodation, and all of those. But the regular packages, you get to provide those yourself. Do you understand? So when it comes to figure, you send us a DM, we'll send you our requirements and our cost. So that's how it works. Do you get? So decide which one works for you. Our requirement is just your international passport data page, your passport photo white background, your CV, which is your resume. Then you also provide us with your offer letter if you're working, or your employment letter, or your contract letter. Just one of the letters is needed, not all. Then if you're not working, provide us your business certificate. Do you understand? If you're traveling your family, provide us your marriage certificate. But if you're not traveling your family, no need. And also if you're married but you want to display your marriage signal on the system, provide us marriage certificate. But if you don't want to, you want to be solo travel, then no need. So let's ride on. So we've talked about Ireland. They are very good intentional country and they pay well. Then we also have a work and live visa available also for Lithuania. These are small countries. Those of you that prefer cheap environment. For Lithuania, you have a lot to benefit in Lithuania. One, they are very closer to Poland, and also the second one, they are closer to Sweden. So when you migrate to Lithuania, you have their TRC. You can always move in from Lithuania to all those countries without visa. Do you understand? If you don't understand, ask me to explain again. So that's the reason why a lot of Polish migrate to Lithuania, because they can easily access Poland and Sweden from Lithuania without stress, like without stress. Because if you have your 2 years visa in Lithuania, you are sure of accessing other countries. Do you understand? So they're a very good intentional country, but one thing is that they do not pay very well because they are smaller country. Like I always tell you, small country pay less, while bigger country pay more. So that's the difference between the small country and the bigger country. Do you understand? So let's ride on. Then we also have a work and study visa available for Netherlands. Those of you that are interested in a very bigger country, higher paid job, you're not used to smaller countries, you want to do more, you want to settle down faster, you don't want to move into a country and then you find it difficult, you just want to travel and let it be that you traveled, then you can always go in for Netherlands. They are quite known to be expensive country, but they are worth the stress. I mean, they are worth the value of traveling. They pay you extra very well, and their country, should I say, they are what's it called, family oriented country, and they are Christian country. You can just check on Google. I don't cap. I'll just refer you to Google. Go check, do your findings. They're very intentional country and they're accommodating. But know that they're generally known to be Dutch speakers, but 80% or 70% communicate in English. So that's the reason why a lot of always migrate to Netherlands, because they are not that dumb. They can really understand you when you communicate in English. All right, so you're not that lost. Then we also have a work and study available for Finland. Those of you that are interested in a bigger country, you can always go in for Finn. Finn is very good. One of the intentional country, a lot of people migrate to every season. And the also good thing about them is that when you're studying in Finland, it can be very cheap. Compared to other countries that studying can be so much a lot, like you get to pay so much bills just because you want to study. But Finland can be kind of cheap in terms of studying and all of those, but they are very accommodating. So let's move on. Then we also have a work and study available for Portugal. Those of you that are interested in going into a very busy country. In fact, the country is known to be a business country. Especially if you're into business, you want to continue your business, you can always go in for Portugal. They're very good. Thank you very much to the Roses Adebayo. I appreciate it. God bless you. So those that come in newly, guys are welcome. When you come in, all you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, same name, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page, same name, or YouTube channel, all same name. If you're interested in the visa package, you send us a DM or you send us what's it called, a Gmail. Okay, so we're talking about Portugal. If you're interested in a very big country, intentional one at that, you can always go in for Portugal. They're very good, especially if you're a business person and entrepreneur, but you're looking at the country whereby you want to continue your business internationally. Just go in for Portugal and thank me later. Don't thank me now. Just thank me later when you're settled. Do you understand? They're a very good country. They pay well. You know, I told you guys the difference between you travel once, you travel right, and there's a difference between you traveled, but you're still traveling. Those of you that travel a lot understand. When you travel to some countries that are not that strong, they are not that, there. You keep traveling. But when you travel to a country that is kind of cool, you settle down once. So that's the difference between I traveled, but I'm keep traveling. While the other person traveled and he traveled once. Do you understand? So let's move on. Then we also have a work and study visa available for Germany. This is for big country. Those of you that are interested in a bigger country, you want to settle down once. You don't want to be migrating from one nation to the other. You can always go in for Germany. They're very intentional. They pay well. They are stable, accommodating. But one thing is sticking. They are not English-speaking country. They are German. You know, I always tell you the advantage of each country and the disadvantage. You will not kill me. The country itself will not kill me. I'm only what? Doing my job. We'll only tell you the advantage and disadvantage of each of them. And the other hand, also, we don't select countries for you. So have that noted. Don't come to my DM and tell me, please, which one is perfect for me? No one is perfect. All of them are same countries. Do you understand? So just picking the one that you feel your mind decide that, okay, I think I can deal with this one. Yeah, I think this one is okay for me. That's why mostly we always list out. We take our time to list out the countries and we give you advantage of each of them. So you get to make your selection rightly and once. Is that clear? Good. So don't come to my DM and ask me which one is perfect. I don't do that. Then we also have a work and study available for Denmark. If you're interested in a bigger country, you want a very stable one, just go in for Denmark. They are very good. They pay you well. That's it. 2, they are accommodating. 3, they are not racist. They do not discriminate. And also, it's very important, those of you that are traveling for the first time, when you're traveling to a racist, it's very important. I'm just advising you from my own peace of mind, like very good one. Because some country, when they are racist, trust me, you find it very difficult to get in their residence. You find it very difficult to do what? Be permanent citizen in that country. They will take a long while. Something that can take someone 2 years or 6 months to get. When you migrate to a country that is tough not to crack, it will take you 10 years. You are still struggling. That's the truth. Nigeria to Portugal is a guarantee, 100% guarantee. What's the person's name again? Ozzy now what? Oma, whatever. I cannot pronounce it. Just put Ozzy. Yeah, it's perfect. It's guarantee 100%. Just check on our page, you see our success story. Okay, meanwhile, let's just quickly show you guys our success story. Okay, those of you that are joining newly that don't know us, let's just quickly glance through our success story. We'll start by New Zealand. This is our success story recently granted for New Zealand. Those of you that are coming, just check on our page. When you come in here, all you need to do, follow, like, go through our page. Get to see different visa packages we have, open and ongoing. It's very simple. It's not a difficult thing. When you come into someone's channel, go through their page, get to see what and what that is displayed there. If it suits you, then you proceed. If it does not suit you, walk away, bounce, go to other company. Here, we don't enforce anyone to process visa with us because we are 100% sure what we do. So we do our job with our whole heart and we follow up with embassy. That's what matters. So this is our successful story anyways for New Zealand. This is our recent 2026 release successful story work visa. So if you want to read more clearly about it, just check here on the DM. Check on our page. It's posted. We pinned it. In fact, we pinned it there. So you just be able to read it out, okay? So let's write on other successful story, guys. Please, those that are coming in, you guys are welcome. When you come in, all you need to do, you follow, like, go through our page, get to see different visa package, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page or YouTube channel, all verified, all same name. I think, sorry, the one of Instagram is just same name, but you add one. Just check it there. I think I posted it there, right? Yeah, you said same name, you just add one. But Facebook, same name, you don't need to add any figure or any alphabet. YouTube, same name, that's it. All right, so these are successful story. Let's just quickly glance through our successful story before we hit the box. So these are successful story for Germany. This is the wife, the husband, and the trade. We call it family of 3. You know, we have the different kinds of, different categories of visas. Those of you that are not aware, let me just quickly throw a little bit light before I proceed on all successful stories. We have different kind of what's it called, visa. We have the work visa, we have the conference, we have the family relocation, we have the study, we have the business visa, we have the dependent visa, we have the COS. All right, each of them has different categories. If you're going in for the work, we split into 2 ways. We have the skill jobs, we have the unskilled. The skill jobs are those that are doctors, nurses, engineers, IT tech, chef. These are skilled workers because they have their professional certificate. Do you understand? If you don't understand, ask me. Then for the unskilled, you don't need to have any certificate. It means you do not fall under the categories of those professionals. You fall under a separate wings, so you don't need to have any certificate. We're talking about the cleaners, the drivers, the cashier, the nannies, securities, food service attendants, retail salespersons, hotel jobs. These are all unskilled. Factory workers, agricultural workers, they are all what? Unskilled job. If you don't understand, ask me. If you don't understand, ask me again. Care jobs, baristas. Remember, the baristas are the coffee makers. Some of you that are that dumb. Do you understand? So those are all unskilled. Why the skill? You should have a certificate. The unskilled, you don't need to provide any certs. That's the difference between this and this. Then for the family relocation, we have two categories. We have the PRO, we have the TRC. I will explain details, don't worry. The PR is the permanent relocation of the 5 years, and the TR is the 2 years relocation. So you choose which of them suits you. Remember, 5 years is more expensive than the 2 years, so whichever. So we also have the conference visa, which we have the virtual conferences, product launches. We also have the trade show conferences, product exhibition. We have a business meeting. We have so many categories of conference visa. The little one I can crack. This brain is small. You cannot feel. You cannot break it. Then we also have a study visa. We have 4 categories of study. We have the BSc program, that is 3 years. We have the master's program, that's 1 year. We also have the vocational study, that's 6 months and 1 year. I will explain. Vocational study, we have the 6 months program. Vocational study, we still have the 1 year program. Do you understand? If you don't understand, ask again. Then the language course, we have at least the 6 months program and the 1 year. I will explain. For the language course, now means that you're coming in to study the language. We have different 4 categories of language that we are working on, which we only process the German language, the Spanish language, the Finn language, and what? The French. Yeah. The German language is basically for the country that speaks German. And the Finn language is only for Finland. Do you understand? They call it finished. If you want the full language, just finished language, or you call it Finn. They are only for Finland. For those of you that are migrating to Finland. Don't say I did not explain in details. That's why I say I'm always explaining very, very clear. Then the what's it called? Spanish language are for the country that speaks Spanish only. Start from Spain. Canada also, we have some part that speak Spanish, and also some other countries that speak Spanish or understand in Spanish. Then the other one also, which is called the French. You guys know, either you're going into France or some country that speaks French. Is that clear? Good. So let's write on. So this is our successful story. I explained that is for Germany, family of 3. Can you guys get it from here? Okay. So let's move. I have to do this shifting so I'll be able to know what I'm pressing. All right, this for France, also successful story. I'm just sliding in from here. This is our France successful story. You can see that clearly, right? Those of you that are migrating to France, this is our successful story for Norway. This is also Norway. This is what visa looks like. Yeah. So if you want to ask me how am I going to get my visa, I'll explain. For those of you that have never traveled before, you don't know how visa works, or you don't know how to do about it, don't worry, I'm here. Now, when you send us your documents, okay, firstly, you have to follow here, like, if you're interested in any of the packages, any of which. Follow, like, go through our page. If you're ready to proceed, send us a DM. We'll send our requirement and our cost. I'm explaining how our process works. When you send us a requirement, we'll send our requirement and our cost. You go through them, you choose which of them works for you. If you're going in for premium package, if you're going in for standard, if you're going in for regular. Remember, there are 3 different services. All right. Remember, the premium and the standard, we get to provide you flight accommodation and airport transfer and all of those. And also follow-up documents, you know, from embassy and all. Ensure your visa is granted. While the regular package, you get to provide the flight yourself, the accommodation yourself, airport transfer yourself. You get to settle down yourself. Do you understand? We only provide you the vital documentation, which is the immigration documentation, offer letter, and all of that, depending on which of the riots you are coming in. If it's study visa, we have to provide, the, of course, admission letter and all of that, right? And unconditional or conditional letter from school. Do you understand? I don't have to go into details, but if you want me to, I've done that. So that's it. So now when you send us your documents, which I mentioned, your international passport, for those of you that are ready to start with us, your passport photo, white background, your CV, which is your resume. Then you also provide us with your offer letter if you are working, or your contract letter or your employment letter. You should have one of these letters. You don't need to have the 3 of them, because some of you, I don't know, you have to explain and seek it in before they digest it. So you should have just one letter. If you're working, you should have an offer letter, or you should have an employment letter, or you should have a contract letter. Just one letter. You don't need to have all of them. Then if you're not working, that's fine. That means you're a business person, you're an entrepreneur. Then you provide us with your business certificate or your tax certificate. Means you are paying tax. Of course, you have to provide a provision of that you pay tax. You know, those of you that are into business, you understand, or you know what we are talking about, right? So because we have to upload that, you can see below down. Okay, maybe you might not really see that where you see that. Let them know that this is what this person do, is a legal citizen of whichever country you're flying to. So when you send us all those documents, we start our uploading. Sorry, you have to make your first payment before we start, because here we don't process free visa, or do we process sponsorship visa, like I always tell you. After your first payment, we start your uploading on the system. We book an embassy appointment for you. That's very important. You go for your submission at the location where you are. I want to take my time to explain that part now, because some of you have to sink and pour the water into the basket until it enter very well. Now, when you send us all the documents, you make your first payment, we start our processing. We provide you every document needed for you to go for submission, not interview. It's called embassy submission. Before you go for submission, we have to book an appointment for you. Otherwise, you cannot do the submission. Yes, because embassy does not know you. They only know us. They don't even know you officially. They only know a document sent to them on an, should I say it, on a platform. So now we have to book an appointment. Please, this person is coming in for submission. Can you please grant the appointment? And once they approve the appointment, then we'll send every document to you. Book, you take it to the embassy and do what? You do your submission, not interview. I'm explaining to those that have never traveled before. That's the benefit of coming to my channel. We have to explain you details. Now you go in for the submission, you drop every document there at the embassy and you walk away. Do not forget to drop in your international passport. It's very important. Drop your international passport with them and you do what? Take a bounce. Give them 15 working days. That is 1-5. We actually call it 3 weeks or 15 working days, the way you understand. Those of you that understand simple English, 15 working days. Those of you that always find it difficult, 3 weeks. Do you understand? You give embassy those 3 weeks. Now they have to digest all those documents you gave to them, remember? And also your international passport. That is where this sticker visa comes in. If you don't understand, ask me. I will explain again. That is where they stick your visa in those that your passport. If you're traveling with family, they will stick in all of them. Do you get? Then they'll call you for collection. Collection means come and pick up your document is ready for pick up. You go and do your collection. Very straightforward. There's no stress about it. Do you understand? It's not that stressful. It's not that cracky. It's just a straightforward business. Is that clear? If you don't understand, ask me again. So this for Norway successful story. Then also these are successful story for UK. Those of you that are traveling to United Kingdom. Remember, UK can be very expensive. So if you don't have enough cash, I always recommend that you choose other country. Do you understand? We are not saying you cannot go in for UK, but just know that UK is an expensive country. Those of you that have never traveled before, please, anyone that is sending me messages, I'm going to respond to you once I'm done with the live stream. I'm currently streaming right now on more than 3 platforms. You guys can see mics everywhere on. Do you understand? So let's move on. So this successful story for UK. If you're interested in going in for UK, they're very good. They are stable, they pay well and all of that. So let's ride on. Then also these are successful stories. Sorry, which country is this? I have to check. Okay, this USA 2 years visa grants. You can see this is a successful story for USA if you're going in for this. Also, they are very intentional. These are 5 years USA. I can slide the other one so that you see it, because some of you are Thomas, the doubter. This is a 2 years, all right, USA successful story. This is the 5 years as well. Okay. Then this is Canada. Of course, when you see Canada, you know they always have this red flag on them. All right, these are Canada successful story as well. Can you guys get the clear feature? Okay. This is also a successful story. This is Sweden. You can see these are Sweden successful story. Okay. This is Denmark. Or which country? Yeah, this is Denmark. A successful story as well. Okay. This Italy. Wait, let me be sure. Okay, yeah, this Italy. This Italy successful story also. You can see that. This France, our successful story. Yeah, this France. I'm very sure of it. You can see it also. This France, our successful story as well. Those of you that are moving in. This Italy also successful story. All right. Which country is this? Okay, this is Norway, successful story as well. Those of you that are moving into Norway, this is our successful story. Which country is this one? I have to check. Oh, this Netherlands successful story as well. This is our Netherlands successful story. Europe visa always have this what's it called? This is a signal star blue on it. Always. Any Europe visa, you must have those. A little, can you see the blue of it? Let me show you guys something. Okay, I just want a clear one. Yeah, you can see the blue this thing also on it. This is also a successful story. This should be Portugal. Yeah, I'm very sure of it. This is Portugal successful story as well for Portugal. This Canada, when you see Canada, you know they always have this flag on top of the map, on top of their sticker. This Canada successful story also as well. This family of 3. This Belgium, family of 5, sorry. The husband, the wife, and the 3 kids. So let's just quickly count with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this family of 5. This Belgium successful story also. This Canada as well, they always have their flag on it, like you can always know that they are the ones. So this Canada successful story as well. This should be Spain. This Spain successful story also. I've seen that this thing flagging. This Spain successful story. All right, so that's it. This for Ireland packages and all of that. So that's what visa looks like. Visa looks like. The only country that does not give a sticker visa is just 2 countries, all right, which is Australia and New Zealand. Outside that, the rest country, they are very good. Do you get? Just 2 countries that do not do what's it called, sticker visa. They only give e-visa. They call it electronic visa. That is the Australia and New Zealand. Just check on our page, you're going to see that we posted it. Because if I show you here, I've showed you guys, but you cannot read it in details. But if you just want to check it there, but if you want me to show you guys, just tell me please show it again, and I will display it again. All right, so let's ride on, guys. So these are work and study visa available for UK. Those of you that are interested in going into the United Kingdom, they pay very well, they are stable, they're accommodating, and they're not racist. All right, so they're very good country. So if you're interested in that, but remember, they can be very expensive in nature. Those of you that are not aware of UK can be extra very expensive country. Okay, those are coming newly, you're welcome. When you come in, all you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page, all same name, or YouTube channel, all verified. Okay, if you're interested in the visa package, send us a DM. We'll send our requirements and our cost. So we have here work and live visa. Yeah, sorry, work and study for available for Estonia. If you're interested in a smaller country, you don't want to do much, you can always go in for Estonia. They're very good. They are small country, intentional, and they are closer to Poland. That's the reason why a lot of Polish migrate to Estonia every season. And also they're very closer to what's it called? They're closer to Poland, they're closer to Sweden. Just check on your Google map. You can see they pay very well. Not very, very well, because they're small country. Remember I mentioned to you guys, small country pay less. I'll just list out the small countries and I'll list out the bigger countries again for those of you that are joining. If you're going in for small countries that pay lesser, but their standard of living is very cheap, I mean, they are not expensive in terms of standard of living in general, then you can always go in for Italy, you can go in for France, you can go in for Lithuania, Malta, Latvia, you know, Czech Republic. These are cheap, small countries, all right? But if you want a bigger country that pays you more better, but just that their standard of living can be expensive, I mean, in general, standard of living means that, you know, buying of your grocery, whatever, is expensive. Then you can go in for Australia, New Zealand, Canada, UK, Germany, Belgium, Portugal, Poland, Switzerland, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, Finland, Ireland, Luxembourg. These are bigger countries. They are very good. They pay well. Yeah, no one is doubting that. But the only thing is that if you don't know how to cope in an expensive environment, you might likely not survive there. Yeah, it's not like you're going to die there. What it means is that you would find it difficult to settle down. But if you're someone that is used to expensive environment, then you can go for that. But if you're someone that is used to a cheap environment, it's not a bad thing. We have two sets of customers. If you're someone that is used to a cheap environment, you don't know how to spend money, just go for smaller countries and save yourself the stress and the drama. Advice. So let's move on. So this for Estonia, those of you that are interested in a very small environment, you can go for that. Then we also have a study and work visa available for Spain. If you don't want to do much, just going for Spain. Remember, they are not English speaking country, they are Spanish speakers, but they are good, they are stable, they are welcoming, and all of that. So that's the reason why a lot of boys migrate to Spain every season. So if that's what you want, we have them open and it's ongoing as well. Okay, Then we also have a work and study available for New Zealand. Those of you that are interested in a very big intentional country, can you guys get it from here? Okay. We have New Zealand. They are very good. And remember, they are not part of the Schengen country. I told you guys the difference between a Europe country and a non-Europe country. Good. If you're migrating to a Europe country, you're allowed to use one visa to navigate all around the Europe Schengen zone. But if you're traveling to a non-Europe country, you are stuck in a particular visa. Except otherwise, you decide to, of course, get another visa for you to navigate. Do you understand? So that's the difference between a Schengen and a non-Schengen country, but they're all good. New Zealand is also an English-speaking country. Then we also have a work and study visa available for Malta. Those of you that are interested in a smaller, cheap environment. You are not used to expensive environment. Just go to Malta. They are very cheap. In fact, when you're in Malta, you think maybe you're in Africa. That's how cheap they can be. It's not a bad thing. It's just like those of you that don't know how to survive in something that is bigger than you, just go into Malta. They are small, intentional country just like that, but they are still developing anyways, just that they're not there yet. And also they're English-speaking country. So if you're also looking at a very cheap environment, you want to do your study in the later future round, then you can always go for Malta. Malta is cool, okay? So let's move on. Then we also have a work and study available for Canada. Those of you that prefer expensive environment, a very good country, you want to settle down once, you don't want to be traveling from one country to the other, you just want to travel once and travel right, then you can go in for this. Somebody said Malta. Please, those are coming newly, I'll repeat myself. When you come in here, you're welcome. All you need to do, you follow, like, go through our page. If you're interested in the visa package, it's a simple English. Send us a DM or you send us a Gmail. We'll respond to you once we are done with the live stream. Or better still, you follow us on a verified Instagram page, same name. Or you follow us on a verified Facebook page, same name, or YouTube channel, all same name. Is that clear? Thank you. So we're talking about Canada anyways. For those of you that are interested in going in for Canada, they're a very good country. They're intentional, they pay you well, and it's fast for you to get in your resident. That's how intentional they can be. And also, if you're interested in going to give birth there, you can easily get in your international passport. They're very fast in issuing passport. Those of you that always go into someone's country and you want to get in their passport. Then we also have a work and study available for Belgium. If you're interested in going in for Belgium, one of the intentional good country, you have a lot you can always achieve. They're very intentional, they're accommodating, they're stable, they're not racist. So that's the reason a lot of people always migrate to Belgium every season. You can always go in for this and thank me later. They operate just like Germany, so you have nothing to be concerned about. Then we also have a work and study available for Sweden. Those of you that are interested in going into Sweden, you want to do more, you want a very good country, either you're traveling alone or with your family, just going for Sweden. They're very good, they are welcoming, and they're not bad. They also have a work and study available for Norway. Those of you that prefer average country, you're not used to bigger country, you just want something very average, something very mild, not so exploring, just going for Norway. Norway is very intentional country, not so very expensive at that, yeah, and they pay you very well, not minding, they're accommodating, they're stable and all of that. So you have a lot you can always benefit from them, so you have nothing to be concerned about if you're going in for that. Then we also have a conference visa, which is called product launching, available for Norway. Remember I told you guys, conference visa is always organized by international NGOs. So it's not organized by us, either is it organized by our company. It's always organized by international NGO, all right? So that's a good thing. Most of the time when you migrate using the conference visa, you can easily extend it to permanent resident, or you can even navigate the visa to work visa or citizen. That's the reason why most people always come using conference. So we have it open and ongoing for Norway. If you're interested in such country, you can always go for this, all right? Besides, they're very good. Then we also have a conference visa available for Sweden. Name product launching. You can always go in for Sweden. Sweden is very good. They are stable, they are posh, they are accommodating, but kindly know that they can be expensive. So if you're not used to an expensive environment, going for small countries is not a bad thing, all right? But that's the fact about life. Mostly when you're migrating to Europe countries or any of the countries internationally, just choose wisely which one is okay for you, small country or bigger country. Then we also have a product launching conference is available for Italy. If you want a smaller country, you're not used to bigger country, just going for Italy. Italy is very good, very small, intentional country, very cheap environment, commonly known to be very affordable. In fact, everybody there is very, very friendly. They are cool, they are welcoming, they are not that bad. So those of you that are scared of a very huge environment, you don't know how to cope, you don't know how to start. In fact, you have this phobia, just going for Italy, all right? And thank me later. They also have a product launching conference visa available for Canada. If you are used to a bigger environment, you want a higher paid job, you're not used to a smaller country, that's Canada for you. They are very good, they pay well, they're accommodating, they're very fast in issuing documents as a whole. Yeah, they are known to be document giver. Should I say they are chair giver when it comes to document, all right? Then we also have a product launching available for Ireland. Those of you that are interested in going into a very good country, just going for Ireland. Ireland is very good. One of the English cool country that is closer to Scotland. So if you're interested in settling down in Ireland, you can always navigate your way to Scotland without stress, and Netherlands and all of that. They're English speaking country, by the way. They pay very well also, and they're accommodating, and also it's one of the perfect country. You can always travel with your family to settle down. Those of you that are not aware, or those of you that are asking of the best kind of country you want to settle permanently with your family. Then we also have a product launching conference. This is available for Finland. If you're interested in a very intentional country, you want a cheap school, just going for Finland. You have so many cheap schools. Yeah, it's not a bad thing. They are cool, they are welcoming, they pay you very well, but generally know that they can be very expensive country. That's a disadvantage. But on the other hand, you can also study very cheap. In fact, you have so many schools, especially vocational studies. That's their headquarters. Then we also have a product launching available for Louisbourg. Those of you that are interested in going into a very big country, you're not used to small country. In fact, all those smaller country you don't want. Just going for Louisbourg. They're extremely very expensive country, just like Switzerland, but they pay very well. They're accommodating, they are stable, they're not racist, and all of those. And you have a lot of people that communicate in English because they are quite known to be an international exposed country whereby English speakers are there. But the only challenge is that they can be very expensive. So if you're not used to an expensive environment, I do not advise that you should migrate here. Then we also have a product launching conference visa available for Australia. If you want to do more, you want an extra good paying country, just going for Australia. Australia is very good. But note that they are not Europe countries. So what it means is that you cannot use their visa to travel to other country. That's it. Except otherwise you apply for other visas. Alright? But they are very good. They pay well, they are stable, they are not that bad. Alright? So they are welcoming. Then we also have a product launching conference visa available for France. Those of you that like smaller country, you're not used to bigger country, you just want something very small and have your peace. Just going for France. France is very good. One of the smaller country a lot of people always going for every season because one, they are fast in issuing document, and two, you have your brothers there, that you have a lot of African in France. So it's France is actually known to be called a second Africa. That's it. And they're not English speaking country, they're French speakers. So if you have challenge with that, then you can choose other country that speaks English or communicate in English. But outside which they are very intentional, they are good, they are welcoming, they are cheap, they are not that expensive. So you have so many benefits if you're going in for that. All right, so let's move on. Then we also have a product launching Netherlands. You want to do more, you're not used to small countries, you want a higher paid job, just going for Netherlands and then thank us later. Not now. Netherlands is very good, they are stable, they are accommodating, you have 80% that are communicating English, and they pays very well. Also, they are family-oriented country. Those of you that are interested in migrating to a country, you just want to settle down and forget about traveling, that's Netherlands for you. They are very good. All right, so you have so many benefits you can always achieve in Netherlands beside. Then we also have a product launching conference visa available for UK. We are the UK fans. You guys can always take in this package. And we have COS visa currently ongoing for UK. We have explained to you guys, right? COS visa is currently known to be what? Creative work visa for the unskilled workers only. Remember I told you guys, skilled workers are those that have certificates, which is the doctors, nurses, engineers, IT tech, right? Chef. Unskilled are those that do not have any of this qualification. Talking about the cleaners, drivers, securities, laborers, factory workers, agricultural workers, caregivers, truck drivers, food service attendants, retail salespersons, snow pickers. These are all unskilled jobs. So UK is now open for you guys. You can always go in for that using the COS visa, and then you're meeting so many of Africans there in UK. You guys should be aware of that, right? Then we also have here product launching conference visa available for Belgium. These are for those that are interested in an intentional country that actually operates just like Germany. That's where Belgium comes in. They are very closer to Germany. In fact, they let you say they're siblings because they're very close. So if you're interested in such good country, you can always go in for this. Belgium pays you well, just like Germany, and you have nothing to worry about. So that's the reason why most people always migrate to such country. Those that are coming here newly, you guys are welcome. Hi, hello, everybody. When you come in, either you're coming in from here or from other platform, because we are streaming on about 3 platforms right now. All you need to do, you follow, like, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page or YouTube channel. If you're interested in the visa package, you send us a DM. DM means message. You please go straight to the point when you're sending your DM, which to all the DMs once we are done with the live stream. Or better still, send us an email. Our email is also same name at gmail.com. All right, you can even check there. You see it is posted there or it's pinned there. Then we also have a conference visa product launching available for Estonia. Those of you that prefer smaller country, you're not used to bigger country, you just want a very small intentional country you want to travel to and forget about traveling. Just going for Estonia, they're very closer to Finland. Especially when you migrate to Estonia, you can easily navigate your ways to Finland. They're quite closer country. So that's the reason why a lot of people always migrate to Estonia every season. So if you're interested in such good accommodating country, beside you have, I think, about 60% that communicate in English, which is a good thing. You can always go in for Estonia. Estonia is a very good country. You can always go in and then you thank me later. All right. So let's move on, guys. Then we also have a product launching available for Portugal. Those of you that are interested in a bigger country, don't want to do much, just going for Portugal. Portugal is very good. They are stable, accommodating, and all of that. They pay well, especially if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business person. You can always go in for Portugal. Portugal is one of those intentional countries. But one thing about Portugal is that they are not English speakers. They are Portuguese. So if you have a challenge, you want an English-speaking country, then you can always go in for Germany. So you can always go in for Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand. These are English-speaking countries, all right? But remember, this is actually not English-speaking, but they are good. Then we also have a product launching conference visa available for Poland. Those of you that are interested in a very intentional country accommodating at that, that's Poland. They are very good. They are stable. You have so many factory jobs. We keep telling you that. Not that you don't have other choices of job, you have. But when it comes to factory jobs, these guys are number one. In fact, that's the headquarters because you have so many companies established there, manufacturing and all of that. Those of you that understand what is factory jobs, if you don't understand, ask me, I will elaborate more about factory jobs. But they are very good. They are stable and you have all of those. You can always benefit from it and then you thank me later, okay? So we also have a product launching available for Germany. Those of you that are interested in going into a bigger country, you're not used to small countries, you want to do more, just going for Germany. They're very good. They're intentional country. You have so many things you can always benefit from them. They are welcoming, they're not racist, they're accommodating. And also families allowed to travel with you. Besides, they pay very well. Yeah, they pay very extra well. But one thing about the disadvantage, they're not English speaking country, they're German speakers. So if you're not okay with that, you can choose other choices, like I always tell you guys. All right, travel is option. It's for those that are ready to travel. It's not for playboys. Do you understand? Or playgirls. You know, when you are ready to travel, you will know. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you that you're ready to travel. When your generation tell you that, man, I think I'm ready to change environment to a better one, you will know. And once that time comes, you hitting your boss and then, man, let's start this thing. So that's what traveling is. Then we also have this also product launching conference visa available. You are not used to bigger countries. Just going for Lithuania. Besides, they are very closer to Poland and also they are closer to Sweden. So you can always use their visa to connect to all those two countries. And it's easy and flexible. And also they are very cheap in terms of standard of living. They are not that expensive. You know, if you are scared of an expensive country, you don't know how to go about it. That's Lithuania. Then you can always choose Lithuania. They're very good. So let's ride on, guys. Then we also have a product launching conference visa available for Malta. If you're interested in an English small country, you don't want to do much, you just want a very small environment, just going for Malta. Malta is very good. They are stable, they are accommodating, they are welcoming, they pay well, so you have nothing to be concerned about. Family is allowed to travel with you and all of that. So it's one of those countries that most of the time when you migrate to, you tell yourself, thank you, I think I made it. Yeah, because they are kind of cheap. But mind you, they do not pay a lot of salary. It means the salary package is just very small. All right, so always know that part. Then we also have a product launching also visa available conference for Spain. If you're interested in a smaller country, you're not used to bigger country, just going for Spain. They are small, intentional country, welcoming and all of that. Families are allowed to travel to, and remember, they're not English speaking country. Mind you, they are Spanish speakers, but they are very good. And also, they are not that expensive. So most of the time, you actually migrate to some small country because you want to build yourself, and then you move to bigger countries. That is if you don't have enough fund to go into the bigger country all once. All right. Then we also have a product launching conference visa available for Denmark. Those of you that are interested in a bigger country, just going for Denmark, they are very intentional. They are stable, accommodating, welcoming, and they are quite expensive, just like Switzerland. So if you don't have enough cash, I see no reason why you should be migrating to Denmark. You can always choose a very cheap country like Malta, Italy, Spain, Lithuania, Estonia, France. These are cheap countries for you. Do you understand? Good. So don't do more than your fingers. Then we also have a conference visa available for Ireland product launching precisely if you're interested in going into a very intentional English-speaking country that pays more, but they can be expensive in nature. They are stable, they are not racist and all of that. Families allowed to travel with you also. You can extend your visa stay. Beside, you can even settle down easily because they are very fast in issuing residence. They just operate just like Canada, you know, when it comes to documents. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Estonia. Remember, we have two categories of work visas. We have the skill jobs, we have the unskilled. The skill are those that have certificates, while the unskilled are those that do not have any qualification. Do you understand? If you have your certificate, then that means you fall under the doctor, the nurses, the engineers, IT tech, chef. These are skilled workers. But on skill, you don't need to provide any of your certificates. You don't need to have those. That means you're talking about the drivers, the cleaners, the nannies, retail sales persons, hotel jobs, factory workers, truck drivers, forklifters, what's it called, laborers, caregivers. These are all open jobs. These are all unskilled jobs, all right? Those that are coming here new, I'll repeat myself. When you come in here, you guys are welcome. All you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page or YouTube channel. If you're interested in the visa, send us a DM. We'll send our response when we are done with the live streaming, because we are streaming like on a 3 platform right away. So when we are done with all our streaming, we'll send our requirements and our course. All right, that's when we'll respond to you anyways. If you're ready to proceed, we'll move on. Also, you can also send us what's it called, a Gmail. If you want to be more official, you can also send us a Gmail. All right, any of which that's you. So let's move on. Then we also have a work permit available for Portugal. Those of you that are interested in an intentional country, you prefer good country, just going for Portugal and Tancos letter. They are very good. They are stable, they are accommodating, and they are not racist, all right? And remember, they are not English-speaking country. They are Portuguese, but they pay very well. Especially if you're an entrepreneur, you're into business, this is your country of choice. So let's move on. Then we also have a work permit visa available for New Zealand. If you're interested in a bigger country, you're not used to small countries, just going to New Zealand. They operate just like Australia. They're a very intentional country. They pay well, they are English speaking, they are accommodating, they are not racist, all right? So that's the reason why you have a lot of people migrate to New Zealand every season, all right? So let's ride on. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Lithuania. If you want a smaller country, Lithuania is very good. One of the cheap country every family always migrate to, so you can always go in for that. I told you guys the benefits when migrating to Lithuania, right? So you're actually connected to Poland when you're in Lithuania because they're very close. Just check your Google map, you can see how close, like they are just like this. Just like you're in Lithuania, you're throwing stone to someone that is in Poland. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Serbia. Those of you that prefer smaller countries, you're not used to bigger countries, just going to Serbia. Serbia is very good. They are stable, accommodating, and all of that. Remember, they are cheap countries, all right? So they do not pay you extremely very well. Just know that part. Don't say I did not tell you. I'm telling you, small countries don't pay well, but just are in generally known to be very cheap environments. But if you want the bigger country, they pay more better, okay? So is that clear? So you just get to know that. Let's move on. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Australia. Those of you that prefer bigger country, you don't want small country, you just want to do more, just going for Australia. They're very intentional. They are stable, accommodating, they are not racist and all of that. Family is also allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your way, so you have nothing to be concerned about. Okay? And remember, they're English-speaking country as well, but they're generally known to be very expensive. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Belgium. Those of you that are interested in going into a very good country that operate just like Germany, just going for Belgium. Belgium is very intentional. They are very good. They pay well. They are stable. They are not racist, all right? So you have a lot you can always benefit if you're going in for this. So let's move on. Then we also have a work permit visa available for UK. Those of you that are interested in going into United Kingdom, one of the good country, most family migrate to every section. Yeah, UK is very good. But remember, UK can be very expensive, so it's survival of the fittest if you ask me. What it means is that it's not for everybody. Not everyone that migrates to UK survive it. That's the truth. UK can be extremely expensive because these guys depend on tax, so they pay a lot of tax. So when you go in there, you join them paying tax. So most of the time, it's not for the, should I say, a light, how will I put that? A light heart travelers. Is for the hardened heart travelers. That is those of you that are determined, man, I must succeed in this country, whether I like it or not. They are the ones that survive UK. But outside that, trust me, man, you're going to pass through a lot. So we always tell our customer the reality. So when you migrate there, don't be that you were not told, you were not advised, you were told. But you actually insist on picking those countries. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Netherlands. Those of you that are interested in a very good country, you can always go in for Netherlands. They are very intentional. Sorry, I have a question by Tosin. What is the package for family of 3 for Australia? We have a family package. Either you're going in for the temporary residence or you're going in for the family permanent residence. Is your choice. If your family have money, you can go in for the PR. That's the 5 years And if you don't have much, you're just trying to start, then you can go in for TRC, that's a 2 years family relocation. When you migrate there with your family, you can extend your visa, to citizenship, of course. And if God so bless you get in there and then add up a little baby again, then you are automatically going to have their what's it called, passport without stress. So that's just it. Those that come in new, you guys are welcome. When you come in here, all you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow Facebook page or YouTube channel, any of which are verified. Just check our page, same name. If you're interested to move in, we'll send us a DM, we'll send our requirements and our cost. So we also have your work permit visa available for Finland. If you're interested in a very good tush country that pays better, just going for Finland, they're very good. But kindly know that they have a windy, should I say, okay, let me explain this in details. They have an extra winter season. So if you're not okay with that, then I don't think you should be migrating to Finland, because we actually tell you the fact. Yeah, but they are very good. They pay well, and especially if you're interested in studying in future, or you want to use a very cheap tuition fee, that's Finland for you. You have so many cheap, affordable schools in there. Then we also have a work permit visa available for France. Those of you that are interested in going into a smaller country, you're not used to bigger countries. Man, all these big countries that are stressing your brain, just going for France and 10 course later. They're very cheap. They're not that expensive, but they're not English speaking country. They're French language, but they are good. They are very fast in migrate there every season. So if that's what you want, we have it open and it's running. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Louisbourg. Where are those of you that are disturbing me? Where is Louisbourg? Louisbourg here is Louisbourg is very expensive country, so it's not for everybody. So if you don't have enough fund, I don't think you should be migrating to Louisbourg, because they are kind of cracky. Yeah, but they are good. They are stable, they are accommodating, they pay very well. Family is allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your ways, you can extend your visa stay, so you have nothing to worry about. So those of you that are shouting about Louisbourg, you don't have Louisbourg, we have Louisbourg, but they're very expensive. That's why most of the time we don't even display them. We only customers that knows what it is to migrate to Louisbourg, they will just message us directly. Do you understand? Then we also have a work permit visa available for Sweden. Those of you that are interested in going into a very tush country, higher paid job and all of that, you can always go in for Sweden. They are very good. They are stable. They are accommodating. They are no racist. They are welcoming. So you have a lot you can always benefit from it. Besides, they pay very well. So that's the reason why most people always migrate to Sweden every section. So if you're interested in that, we have it open and it's running and ongoing as well. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Ireland. If you're interested in country as well, you can always go in for Ireland. They're very intentional, they're accommodating, they're not that bad, and they're English speaking country. So you have a lot of reason why most people migrate to Ireland every here and there. And also know that they pay very well. So that's just it. Anyways, if you're interested in that, we have it, is open and is going. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Canada. Those of you that are interested in migrating to Canada, you are shouting, I'm interested in Canada. Canada can be expensive, because these guys, they depend on tax also. Yeah, they are just like UK, but I don't even know them and UK which of them is competing more. Canada pay province tax. Province means when you're in a particular location in Canada, they call it province. They pay province tax, they pay state tax, they pay federal tax. Yeah, that's why most of the time they offer you free, what's it called, health care. Most of the things are free, because you get to pay tax for all those things, but you don't know. So you guys should be coded. Most of the time you always say you want Canada. Canada can be expensive just like UK. All right, because we have like recent customers migrate to Canada and they're complaining that Canada is kind of expensive. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Malta. These are for those of you that prefer cheap countries. You don't want to do much. Just going for Malta. Malta is very good. They are English speaking country. They are not that expensive. They are not that extra. They are accommodating. They are welcoming, and they are not racist. All right. So if you want a very intentional country you could migrate to, you can always go in for Malta and thank us later. Besides, they are not paying very well, because they are small countries. A lot of you migrate to most of these countries because you want a higher paid job. We always refer you to bigger countries, but small countries, they pay less, but they are cool. Then we also have a winter seasonal work visa available for Finland. If you're interested in going into a bigger country, you want a very good paid job, that is Finland for you. They are stable, accommodating, and all of that. All right. Yes, we process Romania. Those of you that come in newly, I've repeated myself. When you come in here, all you need to do is follow here, like, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified YouTube channel, or Facebook page, or same visa package. You send us a DM, we'll send our requirements and our cost. Is that clear? Thank you. Then we also have your winter work visa available, seasonal winter work visa available for Netherlands. If you're looking at a very intentional, bigger country that pays well, accommodating, stable, you can always go in for Netherlands. They're very good. Besides, they're known to be 80% English speaking country. And also, they are known to be what's it called, Christian country, and they are family oriented country in general. So if you're okay with that, we have it open and ongoing. Somebody said I need a study visa in Romania. Yeah, we have like 4 different categories of study visa. We have the BSc program, we have the master's program, we have the vocational study, we have the language course. Which one are you? Are you going in for BSc, or you're going in for masters, or you're going in for which of them? Then we also have a winter seasonal work visa available for Switzerland. If you want a bigger country, you want to do more, you're not used to smaller countries, you can always go in for Switzerland. They are very good, they're intentional, they are stable, they're accommodating, and all of that. Families also allowed to travel with you, and besides, they pay very, very well. But one thing is that they are not what they are quite very expensive. I mean, they're not cheap countries, they're not for smaller boys and small girls. They're for country of people that has the money and they're ready to travel. Do you understand? Because they're generally quite expensive country in nature. Then we also have a winter seasonal work visa available for Malta. You can go in for this. They are very cheap, they are not expensive. Also, they are English speaking country. Okay, so let's write on. Someone said, what's the right BSc? Yeah, you can send us a DM. Like I said, you have to follow first, then you send us a DM. Since you have your high school certificate, that means you're going in for BSc. BSc is a 3 years program. And also remember, studying in Romania, their tuition fees about 4,000 euros, ranges from 4,000 euros above. So those of you that are going in for study, just know that part. All right. Then we also have a, which package is this? This is a winter seasonal visa available for Canada. If you're interested in going into a very intentional English speaking country that is fast in issuing documents, you can always go in for Canada. They're very good. They're accommodating, they're stable, and they're not racist. All right. Also, they pay very well, trust me. But they can be very expensive generally because they depend on tax. In fact, these guys pay a lot of tax. No need to cap about it. Then we also have a winter seasonal work visa available for Spain. What about UK? Yeah, we have UK. We have care jobs for UK. We have the COS job for UK. COS job, let me just quickly show you that. Anyways, you guys, you give me some pause. Let me just quickly show this guy. Why we always talk about the COS job is because they just brought it out and it's kind of trending right now for the UK. If you're traveling to UK this January, you can come in using the COS. COS is called a creative unskilled work job, or should I say creativity job for skilled workers. It's mostly for those of you that do not have certificate. We have the one of 1 year COS, we have the one of 5 years, we also have the one of 2 years. So when you come in using this visa package, it's a very long-term visa, which you can always extend to PR. And you guys know the way UK operates now. They are very good in issuing resident as well, but you have to pay because those guys like payments. Let me just read it the way it is, okay, for this UK person, please. We have the, let me just read the way they sent it to email. They said the UK creative worker visa is now available. That is for UK, ongoing now this January, okay, for photographer, videographer, hairstylist, influencer, and other creative people. So we have the 1 year tenure, we have the 2 years tenure, 5 year tenure. Processing time is just 5 weeks, 5 weeks, and your visa is out. That's it for UK. I just read it the way it's sent to us via email. You can see that on this side of the platform. All right, so I just read it the way it is. So that's it. If you're going in for UK, actually, like I mentioned, quite expensive country. And also we have the other part of the UK visa as well, the care job. You have a lot of care job for UK. You guys know what care job is, right? I don't need to elaborate. If you want me to elaborate, just type it, please elaborate, and I will. So let's move on. So this for Spain, seasonal work visa also available for Spain. If you're interested in a smaller country, you don't want to do much, just going for Spain. Remember, they are not English speaking country, they are Spanish speakers, but they pay you very well. They are stable, accommodating, and all of that. Families are allowed to travel with you, so you have nothing to be concerned about. And they're cheap environment. Those of you that like cheap environment, it's not a bad thing. We always tell you, if you want a small country that standard of living can be very cheap, but just that their salary package is not always very high, then you can go in for Italy, France, Lithuania, Estonia, Malta, Romania, Latvia, Czech Republic. These are cheap environments. Do you understand? If you don't understand, ask me again. What it means is, in general, they are not expensive, they are very affordable. Even a starter can cope. You're just traveling for the first time, you don't even know what the world outside your country is, you can always survive. But if you want a bigger country that pays you more better, do you understand? But the only challenge you'll be encountering is that their standard of living can be extra expensive. That's, you can go in for Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, Portugal, Poland, Netherlands, what's it called? Luxembourg, I've mentioned New Zealand, Australia, UK, Canada, right? Switzerland, Sweden, Denmark, Norway. These are bigger country. Finland, they are all big country. They pay you well, but their standard of living can be extra expensive. Those that are coming here, newly, check on our page. Our location is posted there very clear on all our updates. That's what I always say, when you come in here, either you follow here or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page. All same name. We are all verified. We are legal. We are not illegal. Do you understand? Good. And also note that if you are traveling from a country that is not your home country, ensure you have their legal citizen or permits, the way you guys understand. I will explain. Most of you are traveling from different countries. Those of you that are sending me mail or email messages, if you are traveling from a country that is not your home country, means that you do not belong in that country, but you just went there. Do you understand? And they are not really doing well, and you want to move from there to other countries. If you don't have their resident, do not message me. That means you're not a legal citizen in that country, so we cannot work with you. Is that clear? If you don't understand, ask me again, I will explain. So let's ride on. Then we also have a winter seasonal work visa available for Poland. Those of you that are interested in going into a very tush country can always go in for Poland. But remember, mostly you have factory jobs available for Poland. That's the jobs you have a lot in Poland. So if you're interested in going in for Poland, we have factory jobs. So many company jobs, like factory. In fact, that's just it. Because I don't know if these people, you always, this your traveling people always tell you details what you get to do in Poland. So when you're migrating to Poland, is factory jobs you are going to do there. Just always know that part. You are going to do factory jobs. Female, male factory packers. Do you get? It's not a bad thing anyways. Don't mind me the way I'm saying it. But most of the time, you guys, they don't really tell you guys details. It's not like you don't have other unskilled jobs there. You have other unskilled jobs, but mostly regularly known to be factory jobs in Poland. That's why I say a lot of people, they are just migrating to Poland. Not that they are going to get a better... I don't know, why am I not using it the right way? Yeah, not that they're going to get a better offer immediately. They're actually going to pass through the factory jobs if you're going in mostly for Poland. But other countries, you can have opportunities like drivers, caregivers, just like UK now. UK is doing COS job, caregivers jobs, you know. Same thing applies to Canada and all of that. Do you understand? Why other countries, I mean other European countries, you have security jobs, you have caregivers, cleaners, nannies, and they pay very well, guys. Do you understand? So let's move on. Which package is this? This is a winter seasonal visa available for Sweden. If you're interested in going in for Sweden, you don't want to do more, you just want a posh country you could go in for and forget about traveling for a long period of time in your life. Just going for Sweden, they are very good. These guys pay well, they are stable, they're accommodating, they're not that bad. But one thing, they're not English speaking country. Yeah, they are not English speaking. So that means they don't even understand you at all. But they are good, they pay well. Remember, I told you guys, most of the time, non-English speaking country pays more, even better to compare to an English speaking country. But I just pray you should be in the non-English speaking country that are not racist. Racist means that they do not discriminate, they do not hate you as the African that you are, or as the black skin that we are. So we also have a winter seasonal work visa available for Denmark. If you're interested in a higher paid job, you don't want any smaller job, you want to do more, you know, you prefer extra jobs, just going for Denmark. Denmark operate just like Switzerland, they pay well, they are stable, they're not racist, and family is also allowed to travel with you as well. Yeah, those of you that are married, you want to travel with your family, you have a lot of success story, family of 5, family of 3, family of 2, you know, you can always navigate. Denmark is a very good intentional country, but remember, they are quite expensive, but they are good. Sorry, let me just check my time frame before I proceed with you guys. Okay, we still have some little time to run. So let's move on. Then we also have a winter seasonal work visa available for Italy. If you prefer a smaller country, you don't want to do much. Man, you are not used to all this bigger country you have been calling here and there. You don't want this, you don't want that. Just going for Italy and save yourself the stress. They are very cheap country. I will explain. Italy is one of the cheap environment that when you migrate there, even if you don't have anything doing, in as much as your fingers can plait hair, you'll be feeding. Very comfortable. I'm not capping, I'm telling you the fact. Italy is very good. It's a small country that is very cheap. And they are not racist. That's a good thing. They do not discriminate Africans. They are accommodating. You know, that's where you have the head of the Catholics over there. So they are very good. So if you're interested in such good country, you can always go in for that. But one thing is that they are not English-speaking country. They are Italian. You know, I always tell you guys the way it is. Yeah, every country has advantage and disadvantage, so it's your choice to choose which one works for you. Like the smaller country has the advantage and disadvantage, the bigger country has their advantage and also disadvantage. So no country is 100% over good. Anyone that tell you all the countries 100% over, the person is lying. The person is not giving you the details. If it's Canada, Canada pays so much tax. UK pays so much tax. Which one do you want to call? Australia is expensive. Do you understand? But they pay you well. Just like they pay you, they are taking from it. Switzerland is also expensive. They pay you well and they're taking from it. So no country is 100% good. But just pray you should be comfortable and you should settle down, you know, better. So let's write down, guys. Then we also have a winter seasonal work visa available for Norway. Those of you that prefer intentional average country. You don't know how to migrate to a small country. You don't know how to migrate to a bigger country. You just want a mild country in between. You know what I mean, right? Something that is mild. It's not there, but it's just there. So you can always go in for Norway. Norway is just cheap. Not so cheap, but they're just there. You understand? Ask me why. Reason being that they still maintain their currency, which is NOK, N-O-K. So they're still using their currency. So that's the reason why a lot of always migrate to Norway every season here and there, and they're a good country. Just check on your Google map. I don't cap. I'll just refer to Google. But one thing, they're not English-speaking country. They're Norwegian. That's the language. Then we also have a winter seasonal work visa available for Ireland. If you want an English good country, 100% English speaking, just going for Ireland and thank me later, not now. They are very good, they are stable, they are accommodating, and they are mostly family country, all right? They also pay you very well, but the other hand, they can be very expensive. Just the way I said, each country has the A and the D. That is advantage and disadvantage. Yeah, but they are very intentional country. They are accommodating, they are stable, they are not racist and all of that, you know. Yeah, they are very fast in issuing residence. That's what I love about them. Yes, you can ask. They're also very fast in issuing asylum. You know what is asylum? Asylum means mostly, let me just give you a little bit hint. When you migrate to someone's country and you don't want the stress of anything, you just want the government to be paying you, you want the government to provide you accommodation, you don't want to stress your brain, just go in and seek for asylum. Just like you're going to seek for the government, please, I want you what's it called? Give me a refuge. That means you want a refugees camp. It's not a bad thing. I'm just telling you what asylum is before somebody will come and tell me, oh, really? Yeah, that's what it is, okay? Because most of you are not aware. You guys will always hear somebody will tell you asylum, aduro, that's what it means. Maybe you come into a country and maybe let's just say you're not comfortable where you're working, but you just want a perfect, comfortable area. You just go to the government and seek for refuge, they will. Then we also have a winter seasonal work visa available for France if you're interested in a smaller country. So I have a question. Evis, what's it called? Evis, what? I'll just leave it like that. I don't know what you wrote there. Evis said, how much is work visa for Ireland? Anyway, those are coming newly. I'll first start by this. When you come, you know you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page or YouTube channel. If you're interested in the visa package, it's a simple thing. Send us a DM, we'll send our requirements and our cost. Good. So when it comes to how much, we have 3 services. We have the premium service, we have the standard, we have the regular. The premium and the standard services mostly always come with special attention. What it means is that we have to provide you flights, accommodation, immigration services, airport transfer, make sure that we do follow up from the embassy and follow till that visa is out. Why the regular package? Not that we are going to relax, but this is how it is. We are not going to provide the accommodation, either we're going to provide the flights, you have to provide it to yourself. That's just it. But we'll provide you the vital documentation, of course, immigration service documentation and all of that, booking of appointment, follow-up, also that. But just that we're not going to provide you the vital one, which is accommodation and what? Flight. You have to provide it yourself because you say you can do all things by God who strengthens us, right? So that's the regular package. But the other package, you want us to help you, please provide those things. Remember, we don't process sponsorship visa here. I'm drawing my ears for those of you that are not hearing me. We don't process free visa, we don't process sponsorship visa. Do you know why? I will explain. When you check down below here, you see different platforms. These are different countries and also different contracts and different visa packages and different visa riots. We pay for good. Same way we also pay for embassy to please grant us an appointment so that you can do your submission. Now you see. Same way we also pay for flights. Please release the flight ticket for this customer. Same way we also pay for accommodation. Please release the accommodation for this customer. Same way we also pay for which immigration service. There is nothing free, guy. So there's no need of you coming to tell me, oh, you think you want to do it when you get in there, you pay. No way. Nobody's doing visa when you get in there, you pay. It's a lie. And if you even see someone that does the visa when you get in there, pay, trust me, you're going to suffer because you pay it, you will never stop paying. I'm not capping, I'm telling you the truth. Ask anybody. If someone tell you they're going to do your visa for you, either you're going in through study, especially those that are traveling to UK, hear me and hear me well, or you're going to Canada. See these 2 countries. When somebody tell you, don't worry, we're going to process it, when you get in there, you pay. You will never stop paying. So don't even pray for such. Don't even ask somebody to do that. Don't even tell someone to please process, or even a company, you say, process me a visa when I get there, I'll pay. That means you just gave your life for frustration. You will pay, you will keep paying, you will never stop paying. It's just like you're working for them, and you keep working for them, you will never see a means of savings. So don't even think of that. Don't even ask a company to please process me a visa. When I get there, I'll pay. You guys don't know. So anyways, let's proceed. So we also have a winter seasonal visa available for Germany. Those of you that are interested in going in for a bigger country, Germany is very good. They are stable, they pay well, they're accommodating, and they're what? Not English speaking. Because I always tell you facts. Some countries don't understand English, means they don't understand even come, not to talk of go. Do you get? Good. But they are very good country. They are stable, they are accommodating, and they are not racist. All right. So we have it open and it's ongoing, especially if you want a very good paying job, just going for Germany. But just that they are German speakers and families allowed to travel with you, you can navigate your way. So you have so many reasons why you should be migrating to Germany, right? Then we also have a winter seasonal visa available for Estonia. Those of you that prefer smaller, cheap countries, you're not used to bigger countries, just going for Estonia. Estonia is very cool. I told you the reason why most people migrate to Estonia, right? They are very closer to what's it called? Finland. Check on your Google map. You just see, they just type Estonia in your Google map. Then you check the map, you see that they're closer to St. Petersburg and also they're closer to Finland. So when you're in Estonia, despite their small country, you have their resident or TRC, we call it temporary resident, that is the 2 years, of course. You can always navigate from there to other countries without stress. So it's actually very simple. Do you get? Those of you that don't understand the benefits of having a country resident and benefits of having a country that is closer to them? Do you get? So let's move on. Then we also have a 2026 work permit. We are in 2026. Sorry, it's because of the flyer we are still having here that they sent to us. So we have it open and ongoing for Ireland. I always read it the way it is so that you say she should not read it out. This is it. 2026 work permit visa available for Ireland. If you're interested in an English speaking country, you can go in for this. Sorry, I have a question. Ajoke said, how much is UK COS visa package? We have different visa packages. We have the one of 1 year COS visa, we have the one of 2 years, we have the one of 5 years. All are different ranges and all are different ones. So when you're sending me a DM, that's why I said mostly when you come in here, you follow like. If you're interested in the visa package, you send us a DM. Or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page, or verified YouTube channel, all same name. Either you send us a DM or you send us a Gmail, whichever works for you or whichever one that you feel comfortable enough anyways. Like I mentioned, we have different categories of the COS. We have the 1 year tenure, we have the 2 years tenure, we have the 5 years. So it depends on which of the tenure you are going for. So you send us a message, we'll send you, oh, thank you very much for that heart, OJK, I appreciate. So we'll send you what's it called? Different package prices. So you check which of them works for you. If it's the 5 years, if the 2 years, if the 1 year tenure, whichever you feel you can provide, you can always go in for that. All right. So let's ride on. Then we also have a 2026 work permit visa available for France. Those of you that are interested in a very good, intentional, smaller country, ask me again, I will explain. Good. One thing about France is that as much as they do not understand English, as much as they are French general speaking country, they don't even understand go, not to talk of come. But they are very good in providing documents. You know what it means to give you documents? So this country is very good in issuing you documents, and also they are very good in what? Accommodating asylum. I've explained that, right? You migrate to a country, ask the government, please, I want to be a refugee, can you please assist me? They can do that. So this country is very good in that anyways. You have a lot of Africans in there seeking asylum, and they're making it. They're getting it granted. That's what it means. You know, you have to seek for asylum, allow the government to please proceed on it. If they grant it, that means you're allowed to stay in that country forever, whenever you want to. Do you understand? So anyways, France is very good in that. Like I mentioned, they are not English-speaking country, mind you, so you'll not say you were not told. They are French-speaking, but the good thing is that they are soft-hearted. In fact, they are good. When I tell you a country is good, is good. What else about them? Yeah, they're very good also in issuing good jobs. Yeah, you have a lot of good jobs, not just a particular dummy jobs that most of the countries always issue. So France is very good. We have it open and ongoing, both the skill and non-skill. I've explained to you guys the difference between skill and non-skill jobs, right? If you don't understand, you want me to elaborate more, please type it there, elaborate, and I'll explain the difference between the skill and non-skill again, so you guys will digest it. So we have here 2026 work permit visa available. Which country is this? Okay, this is Germany. If you're interested in going in for a very big, intentional country that pays well, you can go in for Germany. The good thing about Germany is that you're allowed to multitask. You're allowed to do more than 2-3 jobs. So that's the reason you have a lot of boys migrate to Germany. They are very intentional. So they're one of those countries most people migrate to, and you find it easy to settle. Trust me, these guys, they're very good. But the only challenge about them is that they are not English speaking country guys. They are German speakers. But that notwithstanding, they are intentional. They are accommodating. All right. They are not racist until then recently they became to start acting up. But they have settled that already. So they are cool. Then we also have a 2026 work permit visa available for Norway. If you're interested in an average country, you're not used to all this bigger country we have been talking about, just go into Norway and have your peace. They're average, they're married, they're not there, but they're just there. I don't know how to explain this thing. All right. The reason being that they use their currency. I mean, they still maintain their currency, which is called NOx, but they are a very good country. All right. So that's the reason why most people always migrate to this average section. Those that are coming here, what's the name of this person? This person is MI Luxury Wigs. Okay, hi, hello, how are you? MI Luxury Wigs, you're welcome. When you come here, you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page or YouTube channel, all same name. We are all verified. If you're interested in the visa package, you send us a DM or you send us a Gmail, whichever which you can reach us with. We'll send you our requirements and our cost. Our requirement is your international passport data page, your passport photo, white background, your CV, which is your resume. Do you understand? Now I'm listing them all out. You guys, I'm listing them all out. Your requirements we need is your international passport data page, your passport photo, white background, your resume, which is your CV, of course. Then also you provide, if you're working, provide us with an offer letter, or if you don't have an offer letter, you should be having a contract letter, or if you don't have a contract letter, then you should be having what's it called? Should be having employment letter. Just one of these letters is needed. And if you're not working, that means you're a business person, then you should provide us with your tax certificate or your business certificate that covers it. That's fine. All right, that's for business people, entrepreneurs. Okay. Then also on the other part as well, if you're married, provide us with your marriage certificate. But if you're not married, you don't need to. If you're married and you're traveling your family, please provide us your marriage certificate. And if you're traveling with a kid, provide the baby's international passport and the baby's birth certificate. Do you understand? Good. But if you're not married, you don't have to. And also, if you're married but you're not traveling with this family, you're not traveling the whole family immediately, you don't need to provide the marriage certificate. Is that clear? Those are our requirements. Okay? So let's move on. Then we also have a 2026 work permit visa available for Estonia. Those of you that are interested in a smaller, intentional country. You just want to do small countries. You're not used to this bigger country. You want to start from small. Let's just use that word here. It's not a bad thing. You can always start from Estonia. They're very good. They are stable. They're not bad. They're accommodating. They're not racist. And all of those you can always wish for. They are one of those intentional country people migrate to because they would want to reach out to Finland. You know, Estonia is closer to Finland, right? Just check on the Google map. You see they're very clear. Okay. Then we also have a 2026 work permit visa that is this year. Why we actually issued to us last year. So this is okay. This year we have it on work permit visa available for Canada. If you're interested in going in for an English-speaking country, or you want just an English-speaking country, man, you don't want a Schengen country, you can always go in for Canada. They are very good. They're intentional. They're welcoming. Hi, Clara. How are you? Those are coming here from this side. You're welcome. When you come in, all you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page, whichever which. Okay, we can always respond to you once we're done with a live stream, or you follow us on YouTube, whichever. Same name. Thank you. All right, so let's proceed. Sorry guys, I am streaming on almost, you guys can see this, I'm streaming on almost 2 platforms or 3 platforms, so that's why I'm talking to here and I'm talking to here. So thank you. So we're talking about Canada anyway. So if you're interested in a very intentional country as well, you can always go in for this. They are stable. You guys can get it from here, right? They are stable, they're accommodating and all of that. So families allowed to travel too. You have nothing to be concerned about. Then we also have a 2026, this year, of course, work permit visa available for Poland. Those of you that are interested in going in for Poland, Poland is very good. One of the intentional country a lot of people always migrate to. But kindly know that most of the time migrating to Poland, man, these guys, remember, they are just mostly having a lot of factory jobs, you know. Those of you that are not aware of that. But they are good. They're intentional country. They are welcoming. So you have nothing to worry about, all right? So if you're migrating to such country, you can always go in for that. Somebody that sent me a message from streaming. Somebody that sent me a message from my stream on Facebook I'll respond to you. All right, I saw the message bumping. Hi, hello, those are streaming from Facebook, and those are streaming from anywhere you're streaming from. Oh, from Facebook. All right, dear, I'll respond to you, no problem. So that means you are streaming from Facebook. Now you see, when I told you guys I'm on the 3 live stream, I was not capping, right? I was not lying. You have seen it. I'm streaming on 3 live at once. That's it. So you guys can see how we are all verified, same name. Those are coming in from YouTube, you're welcome. Those are coming in from wherever you are streaming from, you're welcome. Facebook, you're welcome. TikTok family, you guys are welcome. Whichever way you are streaming from, or same name, whichever way you are coming from, you are seeing me, you are welcome, guys. I love you all. Okay, thank you. So let's move on. So we have a 2026 work permit visa available for Italy. If you're interested in a smaller country, you don't want to do much, just going for Italy. They are very good, they are stable country, but like I always tell you, they are cheap. Generally, they are known to be a cheap environment, but one thing about them anyways that you should know is that they do not pay very well. You know, most of the time this smaller country, I told you guys, they pay less salary. That's norms for them, but the bigger country pay more better. Do you understand? So just always know that part, especially if you're trying to start up. Then we also have here this year, that's 2026, just the way they gave it to us. That's why I'm reading it like that, the way it was sent to us. Can you guys get it from this area? Okay, so we have here 2026 work permit visa available for Denmark. If you're interested in going into a very intentional country, Denmark is very good. They are stable, they are comfortable, but they're quite expensive. Or let's just say let's just say they're quite expensive, just like Switzerland. But they're a good country. That's a country that a lot of always migrate to because they're once settled and forget about it anyways. So if you're interested in that, we have it open and it's ongoing. And they pay very well, but just that they're not English speaking country. They're Danish, all right? You guys can get it from here. So yeah, they're Danish speakers, so they are not English speaking. I've told you guys countries are English speaking are Germany, Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand. These are English speaking country. Ireland, all right? The rest, trust me, they are not English. Malta also is an English speaking country. Netherlands, 80% communicate in English. So you see, you don't have to mix them up. So we also have this year, that's 2026, work permit available for Finland. If you're interested in migrating to a very touched, intentional country, just going for Finland. They're very good. They are stable, accommodating, welcoming. They are not racist and all of that. But know that they can be very expensive in nature. The only thing that is cheap in Finland is studying. Studying in Finland can be very, very cheap. Those of you that prefer studying in a very cheap environment, Finn is very good. Somebody's asking, Terry said, do you have a Canada work visa? Yes, we do. We have 2 categories of work visa. We have the skill work, we have the unskilled. The skill work are those of you that have your certificates, which is the doctors, nurses, engineers, IT tech, chef. These are skill workers. While the unskilled are those that do not have any of this qualification. Talking about the construction workers, factory workers, nannies, food service attendants, retail salespersons, hotel jobs. These are all unskilled jobs, all right? Drivers, truck driver, that means securities, snow pickers. Then we also have here, for Canada, we have a lot of snow pickers now ongoing. So if you're interested in that, you are a skill. Okay, that means you are whatever. Please, when you're coming here, you are welcome. All you need to do, you follow, go through our page, get to see different visa packages. That you follow us on Facebook, or if same name, or you follow us on our TikTok verified, same name, Facebook verified, Instagram verified, any of which you're coming from, YouTube channel. If you're interested in them, send us a DM, whichever platform you're running from, as in streaming right now. We'll send our requirements, all right? John said, how long does it take for all these other smaller countries to, I'll just read it the way the person wrote it. John said, how long does it take for all these other smaller countries take for their visas to be out? All right, so many English, let's just explain it. I think this person is saying the processing time takes how long, right? For smaller countries, processing time takes 4 weeks for smaller countries. That's 3 weeks from embassy and just 1 week from us to do a rounded over. All right, so that's 4 weeks. Let's just say 1 month max. Those of you that don't understand what is weeks, 4 weeks or 1 month max. Okay, that's it for smaller countries. Remember, we listed the smaller countries, right? That's Spain, Italy, France, these are smaller countries. Malta, these are smaller, cheap countries, all right? Czech Republic, also small countries. So don't go beyond that. Romania, these are smaller countries. These are going in for these small ones. Then we also have 2026 work visa available. That is this year. Don't mind us. That's the flight they sent to us. They sent it, I think, they sent it on December, yeah. So you can always go in for this. This is Switzerland. If you're interested in going into a bigger country, Switzerland is very good. They pay well. They are quite accommodating. They are not racist and all of that. All right. Any idea on? Let me just read it the way John wrote it. Said, any idea on the average prices? Here we have 3 visa packages. We have the premium package, we have the standard package, we have the regular package. The premium and the standard package mostly always comes with accommodation from us, flight tickets from us, airport transfer from us, follow up from the embassy after your submission from us. All right, while the regular package, you get to provide accommodation yourself, you get to provide your flight ticket yourself, of course, you get to provide your airport transfer, settle down yourself. We only provide you the vital documentation if you're going in for the smaller package. That's the regular. All right, when it comes to figure amounts, like I always say, any of the platform you're running from here, either from Facebook or you're following us from same name Facebook, same name Instagram, YouTube channel, whichever, any of them, you send us, you follow first, send us a DM, we'll send our requirements, and of course once we are done, we respond to every of the platform. Once we are done, please, can take a long while. Trust me, I'm not responding to only one platform. We are responding to people from 3 different, is it 4 platforms? Yeah, how many platforms is running? 4. We respond to people from almost 4 different platforms. People coming from Facebook, we have to respond. People coming from TikTok, we have to respond. People coming from Instagram, we have to respond. People coming from YouTube, we have to respond. Yeah, that's 4 platforms, you see, all verified, same name. And some still send a Gmail, so we still have to respond to Gmail also. Do you understand? So whichever, yeah, you are allowed to travel from, yeah, let me even explain that. If you are traveling from any country that is not your home country, ensure that you have what we call their resident or their permit. Otherwise you cannot fly. Otherwise we cannot even process your visa. We cannot do your submission at the embassy. I will explain that. Now, those of you that are in a country that is not your home country and you would want to migrate from that country to a better one, remember, if you don't have a resident of that country you are, means if you're not having a permit, means you're an illegal citizen of that country, you cannot fly. Ask me again, I will explain. If you don't understand, please ask. Who is asking? If you're in a country that is not your country, you are traveling from someone else's country, you are not born there. In fact, nothing related to you there. The only thing that is holding you there as a legal citizen is your resident. If you don't have that resident, you can't fly. We can't even operate. We can't do submission. If you don't understand, ask me again. Because embassy will not accept, so we cannot do submission. But if you are traveling from a country that is yours, you don't need to provide any resident. Just your international passport covers it. If you have a national ID card, just add it up there. But your international passport, of course, covers that you're traveling from your country anyways. Okay? So can we ride on? If you don't understand, ask me now. That's why we do streaming on all our platforms, because we get to receive a lot of messages, and trust me, it can be frustrating responding to so many messages without not letting them understand how the whole thing works. So let's move on. So these are 2026 work permit visa available for Netherlands. Those of you that are interested in a bigger country, you don't want a small country, you can always go in for Netherlands. They pay very well. They are stable. They are accommodating. They are not racist. All right. You have a lot of reasons why you should be migrating to Netherlands. Ask me why. 1, they are Christian country. Those of you that are Muslim, you will not understand. 2, why they are Christian country, why I always make that statement is because they are not racist. They are accommodating. They are soft-hearted. They are cool. And they are one of these countries that I don't necessarily need to understand Dutch for them to issue a document. That's how flexible they can be. Do you understand what I'm saying? Most of the time when you migrate to a country that does not understand English, they will force you or enforce you to understand their language before they issue you their document. Means they want you to belong to them before they now grant document. So, but Netherlands does not do that. No. Netherlands is one of those countries you don't need to understand Dutch. They will issue their documents with full chest and say, yes, I gave it to you. Go home. Do you understand? That's how intentional they can be. And the second part, again, they are also what's it called, family-oriented country. So they are one of the cool country. Any family can always settle down and tell yourself, yes, I think I made it in life. Netherlands is very good. You can check your Google and do your inquiries. We don't cap, we just refer to Google. Besides, none of the countries pay me specially to run advert for them. No. Each of them will still tell you the advantage and the disadvantage. So it's your choice. None of them get to pay our company specially. Please come and run advert for us. No. We'll still tell you advance. The only thing they'll tell us, provide workers for us, and we'll still even pay for their offer letters. Do you understand? We'll pay for their immigration permission services also to give you a grand flight. So that's it. So let's move on. Then we also have 2026 work permit visa available for Lithuania. Those of you that are interested in smaller country. Hi, hello from this side. You're welcome. If you're going in for Lithuania, Lithuania is very good. They are stable, they're accommodating, and they're not that bad. Family is allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your ways. Also, you can go country that is closer to Poland and they're closer to Sweden. So most of the time when you migrate to Lithuania, you just stay like 6 months and you're able to get in your TRC. You'll be able to fly from here to Poland without visa, like without stress, man. Do you understand? Just check on your Google map anyways. Then we also have 2026 work permit visa available for UK. Those of you that are coming in for UK, they are very good. Somebody is asking your contact. Now we explain. Those that are coming newly, what's the person's name? Terry or Terry, right? It's Terry. You're welcome. When you come in, all you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page. If you're interested in the visa package, send us a DM. DM is message. Message means, hi, I'm interested in particular country. You list the country, that's it. So we respond to you once you're done. So either you send a message, follow here on TikTok, send a message, or you follow us on Facebook, send a message, or you follow us on our Instagram. Same name, send a message, or you follow us on our Facebook, same name, send a message, or YouTube channel. We are just streaming on everything, all right? I'm interested, like I just mentioned to this person. The person that is interested, I just explain now. God. Can we ride on? Thank you. We also have a 2026 work permit visa available for Malta. If you're interested in a smaller country, you're not used to bigger country, you don't want to do much, just going for Malta. They are small intentional country and they're English speaking country beside. Those of you that are always concerned, is it an English speaking country? Yes, it is. You can go in for that. They pay very well, they are stable, they're accommodating, and they're not racist. All right, so that's the reason a lot of people migrate to the country every season here and there. Oh, sorry. If that works for you, then you can go in for that. All right, so let me just quickly check my time frame. Hi, hello, you're welcome. Those that are coming new, you guys are welcome, guys. Please, sorry, I'm operating on so many platforms, so I cannot be touching screen here, guys. Sorry. Sorry, you guys are welcome. So let's move on. Then we also have 2026 work permit visa available for Portugal. If you're interested in going in for Portugal, they are very good. They're intentional country, they pay you well. And remember, they are not English speaking country, they are Portuguese, but they're intentional. Especially if you're a business person and entrepreneur, you're looking at a country whereby you want to continue your business internationally, please just go in here. They're very cool, all right? They're intentional, good. When I tell you they're intentional, trust me. If you're a business person, you can always survive. In fact, from here, you can always take a bow, like fly to a better country. Portugal is also a good country, but you know, those of you that always travel, but you keep want to travel. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Some of you travel, but you just want to keep traveling, right? So we always refer that. Then we also have 2026 work permit visa available for New Zealand. If you're interested in a very intentional English-speaking country that pays much better, just going for New Zealand. They operate just like Australia, but kindly know that they can be expensive as well, just like Australia, but they are good. I mean, they're accommodating, their country, anyone can always settle down and forget about traveling. Men, guys, they are very good. But remember, most of the time, New Zealand does not have a stable weather. I mean, they can operate like 4 seasons in one day. Ask me how. Yeah, just the way you have a particular winter season for like 4 months, 6 months, it will all fade out and we enter spring. From spring, we enter summer. Summer will enter autumn. That's it, right? But these guys, Switzerland and New Zealand and Australia, these two guys, I think also Netherlands does that. They can operate all the 4 seasons in one day. Kind of weird, but it's fine. Let's move on. So we have here 2026 work permit visa open and ongoing for Belgium. If you're interested in a country that looks similar just like Germany and you want a higher paid job, you can go in for Belgium. Besides, they allow you to do multiple tasks. I mean, they allow you to multitask, do more than 2-3 jobs. You guys know when you do more than 2-3 jobs, you get to earn more, right? You don't get to depend on a particular company, you know, surviving. So that's the reason why most of the time when you're migrating to some country that allows you to work a particular longer hours, it helps a lot. Do you understand? So we also have 2026 work permit visa available also. Which country is it? Sorry guys, let me check. Okay, this was Australia. If you're interested in migrating to a non-Schengen country, a non-Europe country, and I told you guys the difference between a Europe country and non-Europe country, right? Europe country allows you to use one visa to navigate all Schengen zone, while the non-Schengen country, you are stuck in a particular visa. If you don't understand, ask me. Do you understand? Good. So anyways, Australia is a very good intentional country and they pay extremely very well. Their government standard is one of the top notch and they're English speaking. The only disadvantage they have is that they're quite expensive. So if you're not used to an expensive environment, we don't suggest that. We just advise you, please, going for France, going for Italy, and all of those. All right. So that's it. So we also have a study and work visa available for Denmark. Those of you that are interested in a very good intentional country, just going for Denmark. Denmark is very good. They are quite expensive also, just like Switzerland, but besides they pay you very well. What else are you looking for in your life? Anyways, they are good, but they're not English speaking country, right? They're Danish speakers. They are stable. Yeah, trust me, they are stable. I mean, when you talk about economic system, they are stable. They're one of the countries that most people always migrate to, and then yeah, cool. All right. So if you're interested in that, we have it open and ongoing. Someone that's telling me check, I sent you a message. I've said those are coming here. I will respond to your messages once I'm done with the live streaming. We have like, I think, so many live streaming ongoing, guys. When you come in here, you're welcome. All you need to do, you follow, like any of the platform. Either you're coming in from Facebook, follow us on a verified Facebook. Coming in from YouTube, follow us on a verified YouTube channel, same name. Coming in from Instagram, follow us on a verified Instagram page. Coming in from TikTok, follow us on our TikTok page also. All right, if you're interested in verified Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, any of them, if you're interested in any of them, send us a message or send us an email. Somebody saying check your messages. I've seen it. I'll respond to you once we are done with the live streaming. That's when we respond to all the messages sent to us, guys. Exactly. Thank you. So we also have a study and work visa available for Norway. If you're interested in a very what's it called, average country, you don't want to do much, just going for Norway. Norway is very good. They're average, they're stable, they're accommodating, and they're not that expensive. You know, those of you that are scared of going to a country that is quite expensive, yeah, you don't want to spend much. We have people like that. It's not a bad thing. Yeah, we have people that, men, because I'm traveling to a country does not mean when I get in there I will not be paying things so much expensive. It's not a bad thing, guys. Like I say, all fingers are not equal, right? So you can go in for Norway. Norway is very good. They are quite average. They are not that expensive. They're not that extra. Do you understand? So they are cool, if you ask me. Then we also have a study and work visa available for France. Also, this is a small, cheap country as well. Not that so much expensive. They are cool, accommodating. They pay well. They're not that bad. They're doing well. And also remember, they're not English-speaking country. Mind you, they are French speakers, all right? But they are good. So if you're okay with that, we have it ongoing and running right away. Then we also have a study and work visa available for Germany. Those of you that are interested in migrating to a bigger country, you prefer going into a very intentional country, please just go in for Germany, all right? Somebody's asking, Rosa said, what's your number? Please, those that are coming newly, I'll repeat myself again, guys. When you come in, you are welcome. All you need to do, you follow here, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page, or you follow us on our YouTube channel, or same name, or you follow us on our TikTok page, or same. I don't know where you're streaming from anyways. I don't know which of the platform you're streaming from, but you guys are welcome, please. Thank you. If you're interested in the visa package, you send us a DM or email. Our email is same name at gmail.com, so it's very easy also. Same as a DM, we'll send our requirements once we're done with the live stream. All right, thank you. Respond to all messages. All right, for those coming new, let me quickly do a random introduction, quickly, smartly. You guys are welcome. Here we process visas to different countries. We process to smaller country, bigger countries. For smaller country, we process to Spain, France, Estonia, Lithuania, Malta, Italy. We process to Libya. We process to Czech Republic, Romania. Those of you that know details about countries. For the bigger country, process to Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, Netherlands, Finland, Luxembourg, Belgium. Which country? Germany. We also process to Portugal, Poland, Switzerland, Denmark. Check on our page in case I skip a particular country. All right, that's it. So we have different categories, different riots. We process the work visas, we process the study visas, we process family relocation, conference visas, all right, business visas, dependent visas. Each of them has its details as well. For the work visa, we have two categories. We have the skilled jobs, we have the unskilled. Skilled jobs are those that have certificate, while the unskilled are those that do not have any certificate. And the conference visa, we also have details. We have the virtual conferences, product launching conferences, academic section conferences, board meeting conferences, trade show conferences, seminars, events fall under conference visas, all right? business visa, those of you that are entrepreneur, you want to go continue your business internationally, or you want to partner with international business people, or you want to go get in the product sales, we have that business package available. Then we have a family relocation, which we have the two categories of family relocation. We have the TRC, we have the PRO. The TRC, that's the temporary family relocation of 2 years, and we have the PRO, that's the 5 years family relocation. Is that clear? Good. Which other one that I have not elaborated? Study. Yeah, we have 4 categories of study visa. We have the BSc program, we have the master's program, we have the vocational study, we have the language course. For the BSc program, that's the 3 years program. Those of you that are into study, you understand. And for the master's, that's 1 year program. For the vocational study, that's 6 months, and also we have the one of 1 year. And also we have the language course, that is 1 year program and 6 months program as well. We have 4 categories of language course. Means you are coming here to study language. Either you're coming here to study German language, or you're coming here to study Spanish language, or you're coming here to study Finnish language. That's for Finland. We call it Finnish language or Finn, okay? Or you're coming here to study French language. Do you understand? Each of them depend on the country you are picking, depend on the country you are going for. Do you understand? Those of you that understand what I'm saying, right? Good. So that's it. Which other country that I have not elaborated, or which other riot? Dependent. Good. Dependent visa means someone else is studying, but you want us to process visa using the person's document. So you want to depend on that person's document. That's dependent visa. Mostly UK and Canada are very good in that. Dependent also in UK, you can move in with the whole family, make them all be under your visa. That's dependent visa. Who does not understand? Do you guys get? Good. Which other one? COS UK. Yeah. COS UK visa means that you're coming in using an skill work. We call it creative COS. Mostly photographers, videographers, hairstylists, name them. Anything creativity your hands can do in using that. All right. Someone said Poland visa application, how long does it take? At least 6 weeks max. That is 1 month and 2 weeks. All right. 15 working days. Most of the time, embassy take 20 working days. So that's why we always have that 6 weeks for Poland. All right. But most of the country is always 4 weeks because they're kind of faster, kind of. Mostly smaller countries are always 4 weeks. I know smaller countries are always very fast. Embassy don't get to hesitate in those ones. But bigger country, they always get to elaborate. I don't know. They always take their time. So any other question, any other thing you don't understand, you ask me. So those are coming newly, I've explained that when you come in, go through our page, get to see different visa packages we have open and ongoing. If you're interested in them, send us a DM. We'll send the requirements and our course. Is that clear? Okay. So for the countries, do I need to list out the country again? Process, small country, big country, and all of that. So let's just quickly round up. Guys. So we have your study and work visa available for Finland. If you're interested in a very good intentional country, like I told you guys, Finland is very cheap. Those of you that prefer very small, tuition fee, you don't want to do much, you just want a very small place to study, just going for Finland and thank me later. Don't thank me now. They are very good. They are very intentional country. One of the cheap environment. Anyone can always go in using study visa. So that's the reason why they always migrate using that. Then we also have a study and work visa available for Spain. If you want a small country, you don't want to do much, just going for Spain. They're very good, intentional, welcoming, and all of those. Families allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your way. So that's the reason why most people migrate to Spain every season. And remember, they're not English speaking country, they are Spanish. Then we also have a study for Sweden. These are for those that have money. If you don't have money, I don't see any reason why you should be migrating to Sweden to study. They're quite expensive. They're extra. Their tuition fee in Sweden can be extra, all right? They're just like Canada, UK, you guys. Then we also have a study and work visa available for Italy. If you want a cheap school, you don't want to do much. Cheap school, cheap environment, and all of that. Just going for Italy and thank me later. They're very cheap. But one thing is that they're not English-speaking country. They're Italian, but they're accommodating, all right? So that's it, guys. Which other country that we have not called? We have so many. Just check on our page, please, in case I skip a particular one. Then we also have a study and work visa available for Netherlands. If you're interested in a bigger country, you can go in for Netherlands. They pay very good. And I told you guys, you have so many benefits when you're migrating to Netherlands. These guys are very fast in issuing asylum without stress. You don't necessarily need to study Dutch to get in their documents. So that's how perfect or good they can be. All right. So thank you so much, guys, and have a good day from my end. Cheers. See you on my DM. All right. So bye. I gotta go. I got to go. So I have to go now. Bye. Trying to log out. Oh my god. All right, bye. See you guys. Have a good day from my end. Bye. Ciao.